Alright, ladies and gentlemen, my name's Shane, that's Shane's Games, and tonight we're going to be playing The Beast Within, a Gabriel Knight mystery for PC. This will be our very first time playing it, so if you're here right now, you haven't missed a thing. But if you'd like to check out some of the other games we've played in the past, look at my info below. You see a link to my YouTube channel where I archive all my streams, not just this game, but every game I've ever played live. So if you ever find yourself in the mood to see a game you played start to finish that might be a little weird, obscure, unusual, or maybe just nostalgic, feel free to click over there, see what I got available, and throw me a subscribe if you're so inclined. But for tonight, let us get into the game, and we are going to be starting tonight with the prologue, because it's actually very, very important to the plot that we see this. So, it's a big, long cinema, and also the credits, so I'm going to let you folks enjoy that first. Is Shane doing the do tonight? No, tonight our beverage of choice is vanilla Coke. I'm not supposed to be drinking too much soda right now, but, caffeine needs to be a thing. So alright, ladies and gentlemen, let's watch the prologue first and see the backstory for this game right here. And then I'll give you a little recap of the Gabriel Knight series for anybody just joining us.
Snäll, vi kutter i vattnet.
Kom!
Alright, and that is our prologue right there. Doesn't really explain anything, but knowing that is going to be, I believe, important later on. So, real quick, for anybody that didn't see the first Gabriel Knight game with us, let me give you a little recap of the series so far. And John Big Booty, welcome in. Best SFX since Beowulf with Christopher Lambert. Going way back there, John. How are you doing today? Hope everything is going well with you. So, in the first Gabriel Knight game, we met Gabriel Knight, a struggling author in New Orleans, and absolute failure of a bookstore owner, as well as his bookstore assistant, Grace Nakamura. And Gabriel was researching his new book. He was trying to find out more about voodoo around New Orleans, and through this he accidentally stumbled upon two things. Number one, a dangerous, evil voodoo cult in New Orleans that was trying to destroy the world or something? I was never actually clear on what their plan was there. And number two, he stumbled over his own history, which it turns out his family in olden days used to be a clan of monster hunters called the Schottenjäger, a base out of Germany. And so in the end, Gabriel was able to defeat the evil voodoo cult and reclaim his family's medallion. And that's awesome. So this game picks up about a year later. Gabriel has moved into his ancestral home in Germany to try to take up the mantle of the Schottenjäger and fulfill his family's obligations, as well as continuing to try and write his next book, which isn't going so well so far. And so that's where we pick up right now in the storyline. See, John, a bit busy IRL, so I'm going to lurk, but come back as much as you can. Don't worry about it, John. You do what you gotta, enjoy your lurk, and stop it as much as you can. Schottenjäger? Schottenjäger? I believe, if I remember correctly from the first time, Schottenjäger actually translates to Shadow Hunter or something like that. I don't know. Gabriel doesn't seem like he'd be very good at the job, but what do I know? Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. Chapter 1. Schloss Ritter, Rittersburg, Germany.
Out falls. Come in.
Herr Knight, there are some people here to see you.
Me?
Yeah, if you please come.
What's going on? You've been acting strange all day.
Please just come. And don't forget your talisman. You must wear it always.
Damn thing's heavy. Well, hello there. Shouldn't those be torches?
Guten Abend, Herr Knight. I am Werner Huber. Forgive our coming here so late, but we must speak with you.
What can I do for you?
Oh, this is my cousin, Sir Huber Sepp. He has a farm just outside of Munich. I will tell you the truth, Herr Knight. We have come for the Schattenjäger.
I see. What makes you think you need a Schottenjäger?
It is because of Sepp here. 2 nights ago, his wife goes to the window of the house to call in their daughter, Tony. It is getting dark. The light outside is not so good, yeah? She sees Tony some meters away, playing in the grass. And she sees a wolf. It is huge. And it is moving towards the child. The mother screams to the child, warning. And that is when the beast strikes.
Tony!
Oh, no, Langsam. They say she died quickly. Sepp here hears his wife screaming, comes running from the barn. He sees the wolf, goes inside the house to get a gun, but when he comes out, no wolf. And it has taken part of the child with it.
That's horrible.
Yeah, it is very bad, Herr Knight. That is why we come to you.
Haven't the police been notified?
Oh, ja, natürlich. The police, they think it is wolves escaped from a zoo. They search and search, but they find nothing. This is not the first such killing. If it is not stopped, it will not be the last.
I'm not really sure what you want me to do.
The killer is not wolf. It is werewolf.
Yes.
You must hunt it down and kill it.
Werewolf? What makes you think it's a werewolf?
The wolf looked at me. Its eyes were human. It knew what it was doing. It knew.
I'm really very sorry about your daughter, Herr Huber.
I have told them that you are the new Schattenjäger.
You wear the talisman. Are you the Schattenjäger now? Or are you not?
I am?
We do not know you, Herr Knight, but we have known the Schattenjägers for many centuries. It is to them we turn in trouble like this. Sepp here is family. Will you come? Just look around, see what you can see. Huh? Sepp and his wife go north to be with her mother. You can stay on his farm.
All right. I'll look into it for you. See what I can see.
I'll pack your things.
Great. Thanks. I'll meet you in the village in an hour.
Oh, thank you, Herr Knight. Thank you.
Alright, and at last we're done with the cinema and we're into the actual game. Let me catch up on chat a little bit right there. Yeah, we got a werewolf. Oh shit, supposedly. I think it's a werewolf anyway. Gabriel seems a little skeptical, or maybe just a little lazy. It's hard to tell at this point. Elena, welcome in. How are you doing this evening? Good to see you as always. But yeah, that's the odd thing I thought, is she was wearing a nightgown, because this was the middle of the night, and she supposedly got dragged out of bed for this, and yeah, she just hops out of bed, that's how her hair looks. I'm a little jealous as well. My hair looks horrific first thing in the morning. If you want to know what my hair looks like when I first step out of bed, have you ever seen Beaker from the Muppets? The straight up thing? That's my hair in the morning, right there. Wonder of poops! You're invested already, Brett. Excellent. That's what I like to hear. Bringing back Phantasmagoria vibes. Hey there, Bakiko. Yeah, it's about the same era right there. I haven't ever played Phantasmagoria, but I do definitely have it on, I think I got it through GOG, I believe. I could theoretically play it at some point, but I don't know if I'd want to play that on stream. That's your hair, but like longer? And all sticking out to one side? See, that can be made to look nice. Mine, it's a bad day when I have to say my morning hair looks like Beaker, but somehow more hideous. But that's kind of how it rolls. Alright, so it's an FMV game, you can see why there was all that black space at the bottom now. Because even though we've got the video up here, we've also got the game interface down here. So let me give you a quick tour of the interface. Up here at the top, we've got the name of the location we're at. Over here, this terrifying image over on the bottom left that we have to look at all times for the entire game, for some reason, is basically the menu button. That's our menu button. I know in most games it's like a gear or something, but no, and here it's a hideous screaming face. Thanks, Gabriel Knight. And then over here, we've got the little cassette tape is our cassette tape menu, basically. This is where we can listen to recordings of previous conversations in case we need to get some clues again. We've got the little movie reel button, allows us to rewatch cinemas in case we ever want to do that. And I swear to you, this looks like a fanny pack. Does this not look like a fanny pack? I'm going to assume this is a fanny pack right here. The fanny pack button gives us access to our inventory. Let's see, do you dry your hair every day after a shower? With a towel, but that's all 0. And sometimes that works and sometimes it doesn't. Let's F up with some werewolves with our Shadow Hunter powers, but not the Cassandra Clare kind. Sadly, it doesn't seem like the Schottenjäger have any special powers. They have that talisman, which supposedly is proof versus evil. But that's about it. Let's see, LTG. Welcome in, LTG. How are you doing tonight? Your hair is a permanent lawn. It will never go down. I know that terror right there. What button calls BS on continuity in the video clips? All of them, Elena. Every last one of them is accusing them at all times. It's a bum bag. I don't know. Maybe it is a fanny pack. I'd prefer the game a lot more if Gabriel was wearing a fanny pack at all times. And LTG, thank you for the host as well. Let's see, Drav, you look wanting bloodstained even more. I'm so psyched for that. And welcome in, Drav. How are you doing tonight? I should also mention, since I didn't mention at the start of the stream as usual, since this is an adventure game, as the usual stream etiquette holds, which is for adventure games, the backseating rules are out the window. If you've got anything you think I ought to be doing or trying, feel free to shout it out. Watch out for bongo drummers with dreadlocks. Hopefully they don't come back since we're in the middle of Germany now. But let's take a quick look at our inventory, because you can see we actually start out with some items here, so let's see what we've got. Untitled Blake Backlash Manuscript by Gabriel Knight. Chapter 1, Page 1. Nearly a year after his last big case, Blake Backlash finds himself stuck in a dilapidated castle. He's supposed to be some kind of hero, having inhabited his late Uncle Damon's role as Guardian of Truth and Light, along with his wreck of a fortress. What Uncle Damon didn't explain was what he was supposed to do next, misspelled supposed, for shame. So far, the most exciting outcome of his new title has involved building plaster and a lot of hammering. It's enough to drive a scion to seek out the highest ramparts and throw himself over. Still, he reasoned, things could be worse. If it weren't for the large amounts of cash he'd smuggled out of the Voodoo Han for before it went up in flames, there'd be no renovations, and he'd still be freezing his balls off in this Bavarian refrigerator. So that's where he got all the money, basically, is Gabriel stole a shitload of cash from the Voodoo Han for. Oops. Fortunately, Blake is spared the ordeal of further self-reflection when a mysterious package arrives in the mail. Postmark, India. Curious, he rips open the thick twine bindings and out falls... And that's all Gabriel's managed to write in a year. Ow. That's unfortunate. Ketchup on chat right there. Less sticks, more love, LTG. Less sticks, more love. It's a good thing. Fair enough, Drav. Get it out of your system. I understand. And yeah, the next game we're going to be playing after we finish this one is Fable Anniversary Edition, which I've never played before. And yeah, Bishop Girl, the character in Gabriel Knight's novels, which his novels are secretly based on Gabriel's own adventures. His character is named Blake Backlash, that's a very airport novel kind of name right there. Gameplay-wise, it's close to Amlar. I've never played any of the Fable games, so I'm eager to check it out there, Drev. if you got a stick, you may as well use it. I understand.
Brilliant prose, if I do say so myself. Unfortunately, I'm just pissing the wind until I can think of a plot line. Maybe this case will inspire me.
Yeah, he literally doesn't even have a plot yet. That's unfortunate. Gabriel Knight and Blake Backlash. I need to throat punch him. Keep on holding on to that feeling, Bishop Girl. You're going to get it a lot in this game. All right, what else do we have in our fanny pack? We've got Gabriel's notepad.
My notebook.
Which is all he has to say about that topic. We've got Gabriel's tape recorder.
My new tape recorder. A dual mount.
Dual mount? 2 cassettes in 1 tape deck? My God! This is truly the future, ladies and gentlemen. You know what a cool name would be? What would a cool name be, Bishop Girl? Hit me with it. I want to know now. LTG, enjoy your lurk, by the way. Thank you for stopping by. Think initial D without cool Euro would be in Morris Straits. I will think that. Can we just swap Gabriel Knight with Alan Wake and ban Gabriel to the Dark Place? That would actually be pretty cool. I do like him. Zero, does it ever run out of gas? That's important. What else we got in the bag? We've got Gabriel's business card. Gabriel Knight, writer/researcher, St. George's Rare Books, 313 Bourbon Street, New Orleans, and also Schloss Ritter, Rittersburg. Ritterweg? Yeah, Ritters. Yeah, all right. I'm going to mispronounce a lot of German tonight. I apologize to absolutely everyone.
A little too tasteful, if you ask me. Gracie ordered them.
Break backslash. Bleak cash slash. Bleak cash slash. I love these. I'm so Drab, it gets so much worse. You'll see why in a second. I don't want to spoil it, but it's pretty hilarious. And last item we have...
The family talisman. Wolfgang gave up his life to get this back.
Yes, it was part of the first Gabriel Knight game, which is Gabriel, with his uncle, reclaimed the talisman from a terrible, evil crypt, and thus he could become the Shadow Hunter again. But his uncle lost his life in that terrible crypt. It's really very sad. Break Black Crash Breakneck. Now you're just reminding me of that one Mystery Science Theater movie where they kept trying to rename the hero. Alright, let's actually do some things.
I don't think the Ubers want me in their private bedrooms.
Alright, so this room is all we get in the Huber place.
I take it the Ubers are Catholic.
Yeah, I'd assume so. Seems like a good guess. What else do we got here?
China. Our homie.
It's a home. You'd think it would be homie. Ooh. How did he get that through customs? Oh, I suppose he's still within the country, so that wouldn't have been too big of a problem, but still. Big McLarge Huge, you know what I'm talking about, don't you, Bishop Girl? That's awesome. Huber Catholic Guilt, good way to start the game right there, Elena. Fancy letter opener, it's beautiful. So, what did we just pick up now? We got some more items. So we got Gabriel's wallet, first of all.
My wallet. It actually has money in it these days.
Woo, money! And we've got the Ritter dagger.
A Schottenjäger knife.
Is it a knife or a dagger? Make up your mind. Still, it looks like you could do some damage with it, so that's good. We've got the Ubergrau's letter. Ubergrau, Sufen, and Schnell. And Marienplatz 21. Addressed to Gabriel. Let's see, February 1995. Dear Mr. Knight, the title for the Schloss Ritter and lands has been officially registered with the German office under your name. Thanks to the funds you provide, the estate is now current. The inheritance tax, back property taxes, and transfer fees have been paid. Thank you for the additional retainer you sent us and for your confidence in keeping Obergrau, Hoffen, and Schnell as your family firm. Please feel free to contact me with any problems or questions you might have. If you visit Munich, please come by and introduce yourself. Your servant, Herr Harold Obergrau. I don't know why that was so hard to say. Herr Shane. It has money.
It's from the Ritter family lawyers.
A wallet with money in it. What a bizarre concept, LTG. My mind is blown. Well, no, he received the letter, so isn't it supposed to be canceled? Oh, you've lived in Germany. That's awesome. I've never been. I have traveled very little in my life. I've heard a lot of good things about the German countryside. And we will actually see some of Germany in this game from what little I've seen. Alright, and the last one, Grace to Gabriel letter number 1. So a letter from Grace, his assistant from the first game. Let's see what that's all about. Sent from St. George's Rare Books. Let's see. Oh, you're 7 to 10 years old. Alright. Elena, the header uses the German spelling. Oh, Munich. Alright, that's what it is. Continuity problem number 2. Oh, there's probably going to be plenty in this. Good catch, though, Elena. Military brat. Alright, so yeah, you would have gotten moved around a lot. Alright, LTG, take care of yourself. Alright, let's see what we got in here. Gabriel, I've just notified the Catholic Church about a miracle. Things have actually been picking up around the shop. We've been going through stock like a real store. I keep expecting the Candid Camera Group to pop out at any moment and say, just kidding. In other acts of universal randomness, the Voodoo Murders is up to number 20 on the NY Times bestseller list. Yes, the taste of the American public can be a terrifying thing. Well, in any case, your U.S. bank account is blossoming, not unlike the dust here after a fluke storm.
Gabriel?
Oh.
I've just notified the Catholic Church about a miracle. Things have actually been picking up around the shop. We've been going through stock like a real store. I keep expecting the Candid Camera guys to pop out at any moment and say, just kidding. In other acts of universal randomness, the Voodoo Murders is up to number 20 on the New York Times bestseller list. Yes, the taste of the American public can be a terrifying thing. In any case, your U.S. bank account is blossoming, not unlike the desert after a fluke storm.
Alright, here we go.
If you don't mind, I'd like to use a little of the money to fix up the shop. Your Gran is fine, but misses you. Mosley has been hanging around, making himself a real pain in the butt. Fortunately, I need only bring up the bald detective Mostly in your book, all 240 pounds of him, and your pal turns red and is out the door in about 5 seconds. Things are organized here, just waiting for your decision. I think you can find a buyer if you want to go that route. I know you hate to write, but I need to get a feeling for what your plans are so I can make some of my own. I haven't seen or heard of anything here that seems relevant to this Schottenjäger business. Take care. Grace.
Alright, so there we see that Grace is still back in the US, minding the bookstore from the first game, and trying to figure out where Gabriel is going with his life so she can figure out where she's going with hers, since she doesn't want to be managing a bookstore her whole life. And Elena, thank you for explaining the umlaut thing. I actually have no idea about any of that. And Toby, welcome in. How are you doing this evening? Bishop Girl, you went to a few castles, gardens, water parks, and monasteries. You also stayed at a hotel that was built over Hitler's bunker. And went to Mozart's home in Salzburg. Grace Nakamura was Gabriel's assistant and sidekick in the first game. She helps run the bookstore that he was running in the first game, and also served as a research assistant for his novels. Alright, so I think, yeah, that's all the items in the inventory right now. So, let us continue looking around, see what else we can find around the house. Oh, got another side of the room here. Herr Knight, the keys for the car are by the door. It is better not to drive inside Munich. Drive Road 96 to Lockham. Park the car and take the U-Bahn from there. Thank you for helping us, Frau Huber.
Herr Knight, the keys for the car.
No, we just read that. Thanks. Ooh, planning to get back into Elder Scrolls Online. How much have you played before, Toby? Yeah, where you see an umlaut, it's usually pronounced like there's an E after. So Dusseldorf is pronounced like... Right, alright. I mostly am pronouncing all these things based on how I've heard them spoken before. I know basically nothing of German, so again, I'm going to apologize, but thank you for helping me. Please feel free to point out whenever I'm mispronouncing things. I need to learn. It's a good thing. I think I see the keys right here. That attached to a little rabbit's foot? Because that's quaint. You pronounce things so badly. It's funny, another member of my stream team ran by the name of Story Strider. She's an American transplant to Germany, and she complains that she keeps wanting to practice her German, but whenever she meets a German person and they realize that she's an American, they just start talking English to her anyway, so she never gets to practice. Smile in the mirror like, hey there, sexy. How's it going on? Oh, that's just how it is. That's so weird. Convenient, I suppose, but not very handy, I suppose. That look exactly, John. You nailed it. What do we got on the table here?
Better let Gracie know I'm on a new case.
Two passes, that's thorough. I like how we're just watching this entire scene of him filling out the letter. Very important stuff right here. He is a writer, Zero, so I suppose he's got some practice, although he was using a typewriter before, which kind of negates that. Almost 1,800 hours, we haven't played it in a while. Whoa! Elena! Elena, thank you for the gift sub right there! Elena, that is awesome of you, seriously. Thank you so much for that. And Bishop Girl, enjoy the gift sub right there. Enjoy my silly little emote for the next 30 days. I hope you like it. Oh my goodness, that is amazing. Well, now I've got a big old smile on my face. Thank you for that. Wombles! Oh no! Welcome in G, first of all, because I saw you there. Wombles coming in like a hurricane. Thank you for the gift subs to GE and John Big Booty. That is super cool of you, as always, Wombles. But more importantly, Wombles, how are you doing this evening, my friend? Hope you're having a good weekend so far. Good to see you, as always. I trust Elena to womble people when you're not around, but nobody wombles quite like you, Wombles. You got a special touch there. It's a knack. Wombles had to put me in his place. Wombles got a little jealous, had to step in, flex his womble muscles. But seriously, Elena, Wombles, thank you, both of you. You're super generous. It really does mean a lot. It honestly does. I can't say that enough. So enjoy the emotes, everyone. Wombles going nuts again. That's just how we do. It's normal Wombles. Will do, Toby. I'd like to play it, but I have no idea when I'm going to be able to get around to it. Wombles, you're watching my weird games and enjoying myself. Those are two things I like it when people do. So glad to hear that, Wombles. Alright, so we got the keys. Yeah, there's a little rabbit's foot there.
Nice of the Ubers to loan me their car.
That is actually very nice of them, but I suppose I am investigating the horrific murder of their daughter, so that's... seems fair.
My letter to Gracie.
Oh, we don't get to see what it says? Lame. Alright, what else do we got around here?
I already wrote one letter to Gracie. Don't want to give the poor girl a heart attack.
Did multiple letters give people a heart attack usually? What's this on the other side of the table?
I can't read much of it, but they give the name of the zoo. It's in Thalkirken. The name of the detective on the case is Liebe, from the police station near Prinsrud Gentenplatz.
So I should go ahead and let you know one of the wonderful twists to this game, which is that Gabriel has been living in Germany for close to a year now, and Gabriel has learned functionally no German. He can't read it, he can't write it, and he sure as hell cannot speak it. He knows a dozen or so words, so this should be interesting since we now need to investigate an actual killing in Germany, despite the fact that he doesn't know how to speak German. We'll see how well that works out. Pro voice acting there. It wouldn't be, Wombles, it would not be an FMV game if it didn't have some sort of cheesy acting in there. That's part of the appeal. They're only letting him borrow the car because of their Catholic guilt. Hey, I'll take it. Free car. Not bad. So we know the name now, so we know where the police station is now, and we also know where the zoo is that the police believe a wolf escaped from. One day we'll do an FMV. Hell yes, that would be so cool. I want to make my own FMV.
Who should I call?
Alright, so there's a phone, but we can't use it because we don't have anything to do with it right now. I think that's everything to see around here. Grab our sweet-looking detective jacket. And let's head outside and see what we can see out here. Live the dream of having handcuffing Skinner. The dream. See, Wombles, you're writing an FMV storyline, and I'm playing Watson. Oh no. Oh no. That would be so cool. FMV games are a nightmare to make, though. There's a reason they kind of fell out of fashion, and it wasn't just because they look silly. It's because they're actually surprisingly complicated and expensive to make. Guess who the Sherlock is? Oh no. Is it you, Wombles? Is it you? So we got a little shack over here. What do we got here?
I could be wrong, but I think this bag contains cement. Schnell. Quick. Quick drying cement? Well, that's useful.
So you can guess by now, if Gabriel's having trouble reading the label on a bag of cement, detective work is going to be a bit tricky. But we're going to see what we can do. Hey there, Dax, welcome in. How are you doing this evening? And Quackers also, welcome in. How are you doing tonight, my friend? Let's see what else we got in here.
A metal pail.
Good deal. Bucket. Hey, very handy.
Nothing of interest in there.
I guess a garbage can? Alright, so nothing in there for right now.
The Ubers have a nice setup here. A bit domesticated for my taste, but nice. The Ubers have... I suppose that's for tending those window boxes.
Probably. What else have we got over here? Go over this way. That is really important to know in this game. That's another thing, is sometimes which direction you exit the screen sends you to different scenes. And that's a little confusing sometimes, but we will see. Alright, enjoy Elder Scrolls. Good luck, Toby. Thanks for stopping by. Jenks, oh my god, Jenks is from a wonderful FMV game we played before at Wombles called Contradiction Spot the Liar. One of my favorite games I've played on stream so far. He was about the cheesiest actor I have ever seen. I love him. Dax, you're on your way to sleep, so don't let me keep you up for too long, but I appreciate you stopping by, as always. Good to see you. Alright, what do we got here?
It's a water trough. Ground's a bit muddy over here.
what the water trough's for. Huh.
Jesus. It's as big as my hand.
Pretty big. Seems like it's big for a wolf. I think they should be that big.
That paw print is as big as my hand.
Well, I think I already know what we're doing with that. Back out of here. Only the most bestest FMV detective to ever grace the Shane is Dreams stream screen. He's a magical man. Magical, wonderful man. Looks like we can go over here as well. Oh.
These woods go back a ways. Plenty of space to hide.
Hello. Alright, what did we grab there? Farm hair!
Just looks like reddish hair to me. I'm gonna need help analyzing it.
Alright, so we did find some evidence that a wolf was here.
Something's been here. Maybe the thing that killed Yuba's daughter.
Possibly. So maybe we can help determine whether it was a werewolf or a just wolf. That'd probably be a good thing. We're talking about Shane's log? Anytime. Anytime you want to, Will. It's out there. Feel free. Alright, so, since we saw that paw print in the ground, what I'm thinking is let's make a cast of it. We don't have plaster, but cement's it's kind of like plaster, right? This feels like a plan that Gabriel would have, so I think this is probably what we need to do. And Gabriel seems to be thinking in the long way. Let's make some quick-drying cement. Luckily, he doesn't need directions for this part. He's just kind of got an idea how cement comes together. Or we're just winging it. Can't tell. Alright. We have cement. Wombles, unfortunately, that information is classified. Top secret, need to know. Alright, he's just carried around the bucket with him, too. Alright, let's do the thing.
It'll take a minute to set.
See how long a minute actually is. Yeah, I know we're supposed to be on a farm, and they said that was a feeding trough, but I haven't actually seen any animals in here. So, I don't know what it's supposed to be a feeding trough for. Alright, so, took a little time to dispose of the unused cement, so maybe that means it's set up by now? Let's take a look. Oh, looks like it. Cool. Well, we destroyed the print, so hopefully this is a good cast, because that's all we're getting. Alright, so I think that's all there is to see here. So, let's save our game. Gonna delete that one, which is from my old playthrough. Gonna give this... I actually think I have to give descriptive names here, because I don't think they do. very good, I don't know what, let's, farm day 1. I think we actually do have to do descriptive names because we're not going to get any other context here. Hey, Cocktails and Consoles, welcome in with the raid. Cocktail Raid, how are you doing tonight? How did the rest of your stream go? Let me introduce myself first. For anybody that doesn't know me, my name's Shane. That is Shane's Games. I play the weird, obscure, unusual, and nostalgic. And tonight we are going with most of those qualifiers with Gabriel Knight 2, The Beast Within from 1995. An FMV mystery game. My favorite. And let's see, who do we got here? Ras, Something YT, welcome in. Welcome in everybody else that came over with the raid. And if I can get a shout out for Cocktails and Consoles right there, I'd appreciate it. For anybody that doesn't know her, oh my gosh. For anybody that doesn't know Wombles, you're about to get really well acquainted with him. Wombles, thank you for the gift subs. Leaping as soon as you get the opportunity there. Wombles, you're a monster of generosity, and I love every second of it. But, as I was saying, for anybody that doesn't know Cocktails and Consoles, she's a fantastic streamer. She does a lot of retro games. She's become one of my favorite Saturday streamers to watch. She's been playing through the Sly Cooper saga, the PS3 port of it, which I've never played before, so I really enjoy watching. She also does some community streams with Jackbox, and some other very cool stuff. So if you haven't seen her before, do yourself a favor, click that link, give her a follow, check her out next time she's live. I think you'll enjoy it. You love the emote, Ras? Glad to hear it. I love that emote too, but I'm probably a little biased. Wombles, thank you so much for those gift subs. I hope you folks do enjoy the gift emotes. And Cocktails, thank you so much for stopping by. I don't know if I saw, but how did the rest of Sly go? Did you finish the chapter you were on? Hopefully it wasn't as frustrating as that part with the truck. Wombles, you're so generous. Thank you. So yeah, we are playing an FMV mystery game called Gabriel Knight, The Beast Within, the second in the Gabriel Knight series. We played the first before. And we're just getting started, so you haven't missed too much if you want to watch. Managed to finish the chapter, congratulations.
I was hoping for a Mercedes, but this'll have to do.
It's a free car, Gabriel, for crying out loud. Let's see, Wombles, when I was a young innocent boy, I played an FMV called Riven, and to this day, I do not know what it is about. Do you guys know what it is about? I do, Wombles. Riven is, I believe, the second game in the Myst series, the sequel to the game Myst itself. It is about an attempt to rescue the beloved of mysterious overlord from the first Myst game, Atris's beloved, who is kidnapped by Atris's former master and taken to a frightening other dimension where she is being held hostage, and you have to do lots of point-and-click puzzles in order to help rescue her. Used to be obsessed with the Myst series, so yeah, I've definitely heard of that one, Wombles. Good stuff. Don't think I ever managed to beat Myst. I beat Myst by myself, and with my friend back in the day, we beat Riven, but Riven is a mind-shatteringly hard game. I don't know if I'd ever want to go back to it. But there's a lot of good stuff in there. Let's see, this game is like a choose-your-own-adventure, or is it like a... I think it's the latter one, the game you're thinking of. Phantasmagoria. Phantasmagoria, I think that's the one you're thinking of. Something YT, which I haven't played, but I do have a copy of that. Alright, let's use the car then. You got all three endings? Me too, Bishop Girl. I had to know what all three of them were. Oh man, Wombles, if you play it again, I want to know how you like it. Phantasmagoria freaked you out, Rin. I've never actually played it. I've got a copy, but I haven't played it yet. But since I'm trying to play just about every FMV game I can get my hands on, I may eventually. Alright, I'll try and remember that, but I'm very bad with names, unfortunately. Alright, so... we've got some locations. We've got Lockham, which is the Huber Farm, that's where we are right now. This is basically the map in the game, which is kind of cool that it's like a subway map right here. We've got Thalkirken, which is where the zoo is. We've got Marienplatz, which is... It just says Marienplatz right there. I think that's the town. And we've got... I don't remember how that's pronounced. This is where the police station is. So, let's go ahead and stop by the police station and see if we can get information about the police, about how their investigation is proceeding. That seems like a good place to start. Never got around to it, Bishop Girl? Understandably.
Ja, kann ich Ihnen behilflich sein?
Guten Tag. Do you speak English?
Nein, ich spreche kein Englisch. Was möchten Sie bitte?
Great. Lieber. Criminal Commissar Lieber. Is he here?
Kommissar Leber, wer möchte mit ihm sprechen? Wen? Sie sind?
Sie. Me. Oh.
Ja.
Oh. Right. Writer. You know, books. That's me. You know, books.
Ja.
Me.
Kommissar Leber, bitte. Kann hier kommen? Tut mir leid. Kommissar Leber ist zu beschäftigt. Hat absolut keine Zeit. Nein, kann Sie leider nicht sehen. Ist zu beschäftigt. Auf Wiedersehen. Auf Wiedersehen, mein Herr. Die Tür.
Right. Thanks. Bitte.
Amerikaner.
Okay, that went well. So, we definitely learned a lot about the case right here, and I feel like we've really got a good start on things. Oh. Yeah, that was basically the gist of what I got from that Bishop Girl is GTFO. LTG! LTG giving a gift sub to a bot! Thank you for that, LTG! Mr. Loggerbot, wherever you are, I hope you enjoy the gift sub. And thank you, LTG. That's super kind of you. Let me catch up on chat just a little bit here. Pavlova racing rules? Are there rules for that? I didn't know. Oh, LTG, you missed the Mist Kickstarter. I didn't. Oh, I got the book tier because I wanted to have that book on my shelf forever. Managed to make this chat sub-only finally. It's a beautiful thing, Wombles. Thank you to everyone that's kicked into that. Really means a lot. Relate to this man so much, he's so awkward. He has no idea what he's doing. That's going to be a running theme, I suspect. FMV games are life. You know it, Cocktails. Yes, they are. It's so good. Ready to know just enough German to laugh hysterically at that. I know what no German. I mean, pretty much I got what he said there, which is Auf Wiedersehen, which he was telling me to leave, basically. Other than that, I kind of got the impression he was a little pissed at having to deal with me. That's it. So you can see, like I said, Gabriel's going to have maybe a bit of a tough time in this game, is what I'm saying. Like, Initial D only moves kangaroos, and it's really hard to drive. LTG, I can't tell if I'm hallucinating or if I'm reading your chat messages right now. It's amazing. Nerdiest girl in this chat. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's the last thing he said. He just literally just said the door. Wow. He's like, let me use small words in an attempt to get you the hell out of here as quickly as possible. That is pretty funny, Rin. I like that a lot. Oh, that's freaking amazing. Sorry, I had to grab a drink right there. I just literally told him to leave. Just told him to leave. Alright, so we're not getting anything from there. So Well, let's head to the town. Let's explore around the town, see what we can see around there. I know also the Ubergrau, or the family lawyer, mentioned to stop by his place if we're ever in town, and since we are, let's go ahead and do so. I'm not sure who'd be the nerdiest one in here, LTG, though I'd put myself in the running, most certainly. Best character so far, the police officer that is having none of Gabriel's shit, I'd say he's pretty much well in the running. I'd love to learn another language as well, but I'm really bad at learning new languages, unfortunately. I've tried, but I'm just awful at it. What do we got over here?
Weisswurst. 6 marks. Hackfleisch. That sounds yummy. Blood sausage, head cheese, pork innards.
What have you been eating in this country, Gabriel?
So, what's good today?
Weißwurst ist sehr gut. Wollen Sie etwas?
I'll have to think about it.
Guy just doesn't want some good quality meats. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. What do we got over here then? That mouse cursor is gigantic, Zero. It's kind of funny. I think probably because this is supposed to be run at a very tiny resolution. Yeah, she just picked it up. I think that's maybe one of the reasons why he was a little grossed out there. He's like, no, thanks. Hygiene, man. Hygiene. What do we got here? Oh, there you go. There's the law firm. Did she just check out Gabriel? I think that might have just happened.
Ja?
Herr Knight ist hier, Sie zu sehen.
Herr Knight? Ach ja. Ja, senden Sie doch herein. Mr. Knight, so good to finally meet you.
Oh, well, it's good to meet you.
Please, come in. Have a seat.
Hey, Ubergrau. Hell, you're just a pup.
I'm sorry? Oh, my age. Well, I hope you're not disappointed.
Oh, me? No, I just never had a family lawyer before. I guess I was expecting Matlock or something.
So, you finally decided to visit Munich, yes?
Yep, I'm here doing some research.
Well, anything at all I can do to help. My secretary and I are at your disposal.
Thank you.
All right. How long is this game? 3 or 4 streams, maybe, Drev. Depends on how well we do. But yeah, probably 3 or 4 streams. Hey, Trey Dog, welcome in. Well, Gabriel didn't notice because Gabriel was too busy trying to stare at that board and figure out what he was looking at. But we saw. We got the benefit of that right there. He does look like a bit of a slacker. Probably because he is a slacker, honestly. Let's see. Anything to see around here? Doesn't look like it. All right. Let's go ahead and converse. How long do I stream for approximately? Between 4 and 5 hours, depending on what kind of game I'm playing. And I stream 3 to 4 days a week. I've got my schedule underneath the video if you're on PC.
I suppose that's your name on the marquee.
I'm sorry?
Ubergrau, Hoffen and Schnell.
Actually, no. This is my grandfather's firm. I'm just a junior partner. And my assignment to your family was no insult. I was chosen because of my English. I took my law training at Harvard, you see.
Hell, son. I don't care if you're a junior partner or a mail clerk. I'm just glad somebody's taking care of the paperwork.
You know, the firm has the utmost respect for the Ritters. I will do everything possible in your behalf.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, if I'm really enjoying the game, or if it's something a little more laid back, it's easier to stream for a while, I'll definitely go a little bit longer. Flake McSlash! For a second I thought it was McStash, and I'm like, that sounds like a good mustachioed person name right there.
Is there anything special I should know about Munich?
No, you shouldn't have any problems. You've picked up a little German, haven't you? You've been here, what, almost a year?
No. I mean, I have been here that long, but my faculty for languages leaves some to be desired.
Well, most Germans speak a little English. If you need anything translated, you can always bring it to me.
Alright, so this guy helped translate German for me, if it really comes down to it, which will be incredibly embarrassing. But, you know, Gabriel's an embarrassing kind of guy, so that's something we could do there. Drake Crackstash!
Your letter mentioned that the title transfer for the Ritter estate went through?
Yes, we had a bit of a task proving that you were a legitimate blood heir, but, well, that's all settled now. I must tell you, we were beginning to get quite worried about the Ritter holdings. Well, we've had a policy, my grandfather really, of waiving our fees for important old accounts, but unfortunately the government is not so generous. It was quite a miracle when you appeared, Mr. Knight.
Prodigal son makes good.
I like how Gabriel keeps using Americanisms and this guy has no idea what he's talking about. And yet that doesn't bother Gabriel either. He just keeps plowing on here. Yeah, I think 15 minutes 0. Yeah, although the in-game video sequences are shot in front of a blue screen, none of the actors actually went to Germany, the German game package still had a sticker on it that says exclusively filmed in Germany to attract more buyers. That's amazing, LTG. I love that fact. I'm gonna have to remember that. The deadpan look on his face. I think once you deal with Gabriel for any amount of time, Cocktails and Consoles, you just sort of get tired of his shit. I'm sure we all will. Yeah, for anybody that missed it at the beginning, Gabriel is a novelist, and the character in his most recent novel is named Blake Backlash, which is kind of amazing.
Do you know anything about the mutilation killings?
The mutilation killings? Well, no, Oh my God, Hannah, is that what you're researching here in Munich? I read your last book, you know.
Really? Well, that's above and beyond the call of duty.
Not at all. I love detective fiction. Philip Marlowe, all that. The Voodoo murders, that was based on a real case, was it not?
Loosely. So you know nothing about the mutilation killings?
Well, only that those missing zoo wolves have attacked and partially eaten people out in the country. If you are researching this case, and I would be happy to assist. It's rather exciting, isn't it? I mean, you don't plan on getting too close to the actual wolves, I hope.
I'd rather not. Well, thanks for your offer. I may take you up on that.
All right.
I don't have anything else to say right now.
Well, I guess I'd better get going.
Well, enjoy your stay.
That little touch of his forehead right there, I think, spoke volumes. German! Pretty much everybody we meet in this game, aside from Gabriel, I think is going to be German. That accent, though. Alright, hang on just a moment, folks. I need to go grab something. Oh my gosh, Drab, Gabriel is not a typical American. Gabriel is a slacker and a bit of a moron. Please don't put that on everyone else. Gabriel's very dumb. Oh, he sounded Russian then French? I'm actually curious how many of the actors are actually German. So far, at least to my American ear, the German feels very naturalistic, but I'd be curious for the people in here that actually do know German if it sounds competent. Alright, so where are we going next? We've got 2 places to go from here. That leads there. Where's that lead? That also leads over here, so let's see what else we can see here.
That's me, Gabriel Knight.
Oh, of course I can inspect myself. Good deal. What do we got over here? Oh, he was actually in a couple episodes of Frasier. That is surreal, LTG.
Cuckoo clocks. Maybe later. I've got other things on my mind at the moment.
Hey, clock store. That's interesting, I suppose. What else we got over here?
Swiss and German watches.
Alright, that's a thing. Keep that in mind. Dean Erickson. Yeah, that's the sun, Gabriel. What do we got up here?
She almost seems to be watching me.
Well, that's a paranoid thing to say.
That must be the famous Munich glockenspiel.
I think you mispronounced that a little bit, but probably. What else do we got? We can go over this way now. Another store we can look at here.
Lots of Nietzsche and Kant. I don't understand that stuff even when it's in English.
Like I said, Gabriel's a bit of a moron. So that's a thing. Click to inspect sun. Don't inspect the sun directly. It's bad times.
They're busy. I'd give it a shot, but I don't speak the language.
It's true. This is increasingly becoming a problem here, Gabriel. What do we got over here? Got a fountain. There's no interaction points here. It's weird. Go out this way, though. It's just a loading screen. And there's another street here. Babylon 5, I actually been rewatching that recently, LTG. So good.
It's a post office. What should I mail?
Oh, well, we have that letter to Grace. We can mail that out.
Better mail that letter to Gracie.
Unfortunately, we don't get to watch the process of him attempting to fumble his way through buying a stamp. That would have been pretty funny. Look at that realism. Oh, I wanted to mention one thing, too. You notice during the cinemas, everything looks really weird and pixelated. That's actually not accidental. That was the way that FMV games back in the day reduced the size of their videos so they would fit more easily on discs. Which I always thought was an interesting detail.
I'd give it a shot, but I don't speak the language.
Yeah, Gabriel, you really can't speak to anyone here. All kinds of problems.
Just more buildings down this way.
Yeah, that's usually how streets work, Gabriel. Actually. Yeah, and I guess that's it. Alright. I think that's all there is to see around town, that we get to speak with the family lawyer. That's good. Head back onto the subway and head to the last place on our list of places to go, which is the zoo, where the police believe a wolf escaped and is responsible for the attacks. Let's see what we can find out there. Freak rack trash. Well, have a good rest, Bishop Girl. Thank you for stopping by. And have a good day at work tomorrow as well. Hey, Max, welcome in. How are you doing today? Hope all is well with you. Hi. Wolves. He must be the keeper of the wolf enclosure. Definitely someone we'll want to talk to there. But wait, don't leave. Come back. Inspect the street. Well, that's made out of stone. I'd ask questions, but I don't know. Basically. I'm doing alright, Max. Getting by. I'm feeling kind of under the weather, but I'm trying to stream as long as I can. What is this masterpiece of a game? The Beast Within, a Gabriel Knight mystery, the second of the Gabriel Knight games, in which we are investigating werewolves in rural Germany. So that's exciting.
I'm not sure what it says, but it's not the exit. Exit is Ozgang. It's one of the few words I do know.
I like Gabriel's process of elimination there, looking at the sign. Well, the sign doesn't say exit. That's all I got for the sign. Thank you, Gabriel. And seemed so real right now, and it was like it's coming at you, Zero. Oh no, watch it! Watch out!
Canis lupus lupus. European wolf.
Fascinating name. Brent! Alright, we got some wolves in there. Inspect the wolf.
Here, Wolf. Come on, boy. Here, Wolfie. Come on. Come on, Wolfie, Wolfie. Come on. Come on. Get the heck over here, will ya?
That's actually a thing. Let's try clicking on another wolf.
Here, Wolf. Come on, Wolf. Come on. Come on. It's like that, is it?
Dogs, Gabriel. That's how you get the attention of dogs. Not wolves. Gabriel, we're having problems here, buddy. It's a little agonizing. Oh, hey! Hey, the guy came back! Let's talk to the guy. Maybe we can get some better information that way. Hopefully he'll know something.
Excuse me, do you speak English?
Yes.
Great. Mind if I ask you some questions?
Yeah, okay.
Thank goodness, language barrier not going to be an issue. 0. Good to know.
Have you worked here long?
Thomas. Almost 1 whole year.
A year? Wow. I noticed you were pretty calm walking in that kennel. Guess wild animals don't bother you, huh?
The wolves. They are lazy during the day.
Oh.
Alright, so the guy's name is Tomas, and wolves. Wolves are lazy during the day, good to know.
So you carry a walkie-talkie?
The zoo is big.
Who normally gives you your instructions over that thing?
Kitchen, sometimes the health unit. For something really important, Dr. Klingman himself will call me.
Dr. Klingman? Who's this Dr. Klingman you mentioned?
Dr. Klingman is in charge of the mammal division.
So I should speak to him about seeing the wolves up close.
You can try, but he won't let you.
Perhaps. Where could I find him?
In the administration area.
Thanks.
Alright, so this guy is more of a laborer, but this Dr. Klingman would maybe know more about wolves, so we'll have to talk to him right there. Welcome back, Cocktails.
These wolves are fascinating, aren't they? I tried calling one over, but they weren't too obliging.
Yeah, some people try that all day.
Is there any chance you could take me inside the kennel? I'd really like to see one of the wolves up close, kind of a research thing.
No way. No one will enter the kennel without authorization.
Alright, so if we want to get into the kennel, we need authorization from Dr. Klingman, it sounds like.
I suppose you were around when those wolves escaped.
No, I don't work at night.
But you must have been here the next day, right? That people were pretty upset, what, with the police and everything?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that day was super crazy.
Can you tell me about it?
Tell you what?
I got some more questions there. Yeah, can you just go ahead and stick me in that box with the dangerous animals? I'm really curious. You notice Gabriel hasn't actually introduced himself to this guy either, Trey Dog? He just starts asking questions about wolves. Oh, sorry, I missed your question earlier, Cocktails and Consoles. I've played both of them. I actually own boxed copies from back in the day. I've never beaten either of them, though. Particularly because the old boxed copy of Seventh Guest is unbeatable on a modern machine, if I haven't told that story before. And also because 11th Hour is really frustrating. But yeah, I've played both of them. Also, the old box for 11th Guest, cool as hell. Has a picture of, like, these weird torn-up doll parts on this mountain of clockwork pieces. It's really neat, very striking. But yeah, the good games right there. Yeah, you get 7th Guest for phones now. How crazy is that? No, it's not the chess game. In the old boxed copy, the Othello puzzle, the one with the germs, the AI is gated by time as far as how much access it gets to the CPU. Because back in the day, if it gave it like 3 seconds of CPU access, it could only look like half a dozen steps into the future. Whereas on a modern PC, in 3 seconds of CPU access, the AI can solve the game, figure out every possible move. And so if you play the original version of 7th Guest on a modern PC, it's only possible to tie the AI in the germ puzzle. It is literally not possible to beat it. That's something they had to fix in the modern version. So now if you buy it on Steam or GOG, that one, it's just strictly limited on how many moves it can look at, I believe. So that one, you can beat it, but it's still pretty tough. There's a fan sequel, I think. I think they actually, it's by a fan group. It's not by any of the original creators, although it does have one of the original actors in it. And yes, yeah, so they're working on a version as well. I'm not sure how to feel about that since none of the original creative staff is in there, but yeah, they're working on it. They are working on it. Yeah, I'm not sure how far along they are. I'll have to check that out again after the stream.
So, how'd the wolves escape, anyway?
Well, Dr. Klingman says the gate was left open after the night feeding.
What do you think?
The gate is heavy. It shuts itself. Maybe something was in the way. Maybe a rock. I don't know. I'm only glad it was not me there. The boy who works that night has been, you know.
Oh. Fired.
Fired.
So he doesn't think the gate could have been left open accidentally, because it's heavy enough that it should close on its own. Should try using your box copy and prove to us you can't beat it. Well, I mean, I probably couldn't beat it on the modern version either, because I'm bad at video games, but there's that. I'm just throwing that out there, Zero. Yeah, they got the guy who played Stoff, which is pretty amazing, since he was the best of the actors in the original game. They pulled the Tales of Vesperia PS3 fan translation. What happened, LTG? They get a cease and desist? Yeah, with curly locks looks familiar. We checked out his IMDb earlier. I don't think he's been in anything. He was in a couple episodes of Frasier. That's about it.
So, what do you think about these killings? Pretty scary, huh? Do you ever think those two wolves could do something like this?
I don't believe it is possible. Hilda and Parsifal were fine with me, just like all the other wolves. Hilda, she liked to play. She was so young still.
She did.
So he thinks that it's not possible that the wolves are going out killing people. And so you could never finish the 11th hour. You either got stuck in the chess puzzle. I'm not even sure I got as far as the chess puzzle, but 11th hour was just really hard. Some of the puzzles in both of those games were really mean, to be fair. Like the one where you have to unscramble the letters, but a couple of the words are misspelled. That's just cruel. Oh, they did it only recently to comply with Namco's release. All right, I suppose that's a good thing. That's true. You like the idle animation? The idle animations in here. Oh, the little nod. The idle animations in here are kind of adorable.
What did the two missing wolves look like, anyway?
Hilda was pretty. She had much white on her chest. And Parsifal, he was bigger, thicker, more in the chest. He was 5 or 6 years old, maybe. Much darker than Hilda.
Dark? Dark what?
Dark gray. Both were gray. And most of the wolves here are. Hilda was light, but they get darker when they get older.
Is that right? Hey, thank you for your time.
Whatever.
That's a nice sign-off. I suppose he's right to be confused, because again, Gabriel never introduced himself at any point there. It was just some weird American guy came up to him and asked a bunch of really strange questions about wolves. The labyrinth puzzle! Oh, it hurts me. Hurts me. That was a really cruel one, too. Although I hate any adventure game with insta-kill puzzles in there. Hey Samus, welcome in. How are you doing this morning? Yeah, it's still a pretty rude sign-off there, hey Brad, you are correct. So here's the gate to the enclosure.
I don't think the public's allowed in there.
Well, we're not the public, we're detectives.
That must be the entrance to the wolf habitat. That must be... I don't think...
Yeah, okay, so we're not getting in there, unfortunately. Oh, let's head over this way. Where that mysterious sign is pointing.
Kommen Sie. Kann ich Ihnen helfen?
I'm afraid my German isn't very good. My name's Gabriel Knight. I'm an American novelist.
What can I do for you, Mr. Knight?
I'm researching a new book, and I hear you're the expert in these parts. Could you spare a moment?
Please, sit down.
Thank you.
I want to make sure all of you noticed that tiny little fist pump he did when the guy started speaking English, like, yes! Yes, I can talk to this guy! Oh, right, you have to unlock the online costumes before July 19th. I actually do have a copy of Gravity Rush 2 LTG, but I have not actually put it into my system to unlock anything. I might have to do that. LTG. If you know if there's any particular way I need to get the online costumes, like, do you have to unlock them through gameplay or what? Game seems interesting. I'm liking it so far, Samus. Definitely. Alright, so let's take a look around the office first.
Yeah, doctor's coat.
Oh, one thing you'll notice is the guy we were talking to outside the enclosure mentioned that the two missing wolves were dark gray colored, but the fur we found outside of the farm was actually reddish colored.
I don't see anything in the bookcase but German textbooks.
Yeah, he's a German professor, Gabriel. Why would we have anything else?
Yeah, the doc's definitely got a thing for wolves.
I mean, again, he's a professor. Why would...
Looks like office equipment back there. A walkie-talkie. Didn't Thomas have one like that?
Yeah, he said that Thomas gets his marching orders through the walkie-talkie.
Could I ask you some questions?
Yes.
Thanks. You don't mind if I record this, do you?
That's fine.
All right, so we're going to ask some questions, and we'll also have this on tape with Gabriel's tape recorder if we need it right there. All right, so we actually do need to unlock it through gameplay. Well, I'll have to do that pretty soon just to unlock them. Is it save-based or is it global LTG? Like, once you have them unlocked, as long as they're in your save file, you should be able to get them? I'd worry about losing them later on. Oh, I have not saved in a while, Zero. Let me go ahead and do that now. I can't do it in the middle of the conversation. All right, I'll save after we're done talking to the professor. Thank you for reminding me, though, Zero.
So, you're in charge of the zoo's mammal divisions?
Yes.
What kind of training do you need for that, Doc?
I realize you Americans hate titles, but people refer to me as Herr Dr. Klingmann here. Herr Doctor will also do.
Sorry.
I have a doctorate from Heidelberg University. My field is animal behaviorist.
Fascinating.
So he really doesn't like being called Doc, or prefers to be called Herr Dr. Klingmann. Good to know. All right, thank you, LTG. I appreciate that. I'll definitely see if I can unlock it then.
I see you're particularly interested in wolves.
Yes, I'm quite well known for my wolf research.
You must have been horrified when 2 of your wolves escaped then.
Yes, it has been very unsettling.
Not the best costumes, but nice to have. I can understand that, LTG. Let's see, Gravity Rush itself isn't free. But Gravity Rush 2, if you have it, there's some costumes you can unlock through the online system, but they're going to shut it down next month. So if you ever want to unlock them, you got to get into it now. Really, Drav? Is that true? That's actually kind of cool. Like, I mean, you know, if you go through all that schooling, you definitely deserve to get the title, but that's badass. Also understandable why he'd get ticked off then. But then again, everyone gets ticked off at Gabriel because he's, again, kind of a moron. Thank you for letting me know, Drav. That's a cool fact.
What kind of wolf research do you do, Herr Doctor?
I study wolf society here and in the wild.
Any insights?
Only that there is a purity to nature which human society lacks.
Meaning?
Life, reproduction, death. In nature there's a purpose to it, even if that purpose isn't pretty. We humans have forgotten our purpose.
We have?
Yes. Does a male lion say to the female, "I'm sorry, but I'm afraid to make a commitment"? Does a female wolf run off and leave her offspring to the male because she wants to mate with another wolf? Do hyenas need psychotherapy because they are guilty about their thieving nature?
You have a point.
Which I'm afraid I have overstated.
Not at all. Do your fellow scientists share your views?
Not often, no.
You don't say.
Fortunately, I have found others who do.
Good news, chat. I think we found suspect number 1. This guy's creepy and weird and intense about wolves. So, regardless of what's going on in this game, whether it is werewolves or not, let's just put this guy right up here in the suspicious column. Let's put him there and staple it there permanently. So suspect, much suspect. Goodness me. Doctor makes a lot of assumptions about hyenas. I mean, technically he's a researcher, so he might actually know, but either way, he's being real weird about it. I think that's the takeaway there. Why is everyone in this game so pissed? Zero. Gabriel has an effect on people, I've noticed. Definitely has an effect on folks.
I was speaking with one of your boys out front, Greg, was it?
No, there's no Greg on staff here. Do you mean Thomas?
Thomas, right.
You were close.
Anyway, he's the one that said to talk to you. Because I was wondering if there was any way I could get a closer look at one of the wolves for research.
I'm afraid this is not possible. We don't show our wolves to anyone. We must protect what privacy the creatures have.
Really? Well, gosh. Guess that's that.
Wow, Gabriel, you gave up immediately. That's a good detective trait to have right there. Just fold in the face of any opposition whatsoever. Book him and call it a day. Well, we don't actually have any authority as the Schottenjäger. We just sort of have a big dagger and a cool-looking talisman. So, I guess we could get, like, real angry at him? Maybe we could stab him? But that is murder, so maybe let's not do that. May I ask you a question, Herr Suspects? It's basically going there, Cocktails. One of your boys, and then he calls him Greg when his name is Tomas, so he wasn't even in the ballpark there, Nazaran. And also welcome in, Nazaran. How are you doing tonight? Gabriel is a furry, confirmed. Was it? Did I miss that part? It's not murder if he attacked you first. Oh, so we have to convince him to come at us first. Gotcha, Elena. Herr Dr. Suspect, of course. We want to be respectful when we're accusing him of murder. Thank you for correcting me on that one, Rin. Doing well, good to hear it, Nazaran.
Do you mind if we talk briefly about the missing wolves?
Is this relevant to your book?
Oh, yeah. You see, wolves are major characters in my new novel, and this case is quite unusual, isn't it?
I suppose it is. Very well. Actually, I know very little about the case, but I will tell you what I can.
Appreciate it.
Wolves are major characters in his new novel. Gabriel's not even good at lying now, I'm noticing.
How long have the wolves been missing?
It's been about 2 months.
Jeez. Whew, that's a while, isn't it? Strange the police haven't seen hide nor hair of them, so to speak.
Believe me, your sentiment is shared by the German public.
And he's not even from the country, Cocktails and Consoles. He's from metro area New Orleans. So you can take the idiot out of the rural area, but you can't take the... I don't know where I was going with that. He's just a moron. No change in that, doesn't matter where he's from. It hasn't written it yet. It could have wolves as the main characters. It might not, but it could. I suppose you're right on technicality there, but it seems a little outlandish, and I think the doctor was kind of thinking, really? Major characters? Most expensive item with those tokens gives unlimited shifting as an ability. Oh, that sounds nice. Might have to look into that too once I get around to playing it. I don't think I have that one on my list of games to play. I'll have to add that on there. I still need to get a copy of the first Gravity Rush, though, too. I've only got the second one.
Do you think the zoo wolves are responsible for the mutilation killings?
That is yet to be proven.
Because I've been wondering, what else could it be? Wild wolves, maybe?
Unfortunately, there are very few wild wolves left in Germany. Most were killed off by hunters decades ago.
Most?
A few remain in the Alps. But so close to a city like Munich, it's highly unlikely.
Any other suggestions?
I'm afraid I'm as confused as anyone, Mr. Knight.
It's on sale, LTG. Ooh, I'm have to look into that. I didn't even think about there being a digital copy. I've been keeping my eyes out for a physical one. I could do that. Gabriel enters the room with a person stabbing another. My lord, are you killing that person? No? Well, so you seem pretty certain of that. Sorry to bother y'all. Gabriel Knight in a nutshell right there. You seem to have gotten right to the heart of it, Cocktails and Consoles.
What I don't see is why wolves, if the killers are wolves, why wolves would attack humans.
Wolves are predators. Most carnivores are potential man-eaters given hunger enough and opportunity.
But weren't the zoo wolves raised among humans?
Yes. And therefore, they are not afraid of us.
True.
I suppose. How does a wolf choose its victims?
Have you ever heard of the language of death?
No.
No?
You may have heard that wolves often choose the young, the old, or the sick as prey. Until recently, many thought this was some sort of natural selection going on, survival of the fittest. But now some of us are finding it is much more complicated than that. We have observed, for example, wolves surround a sick moose cow. The creature was helpless, yet she stood up and glared back at her would-be killers. The wolves dispersed. Or a healthy bull who ran off alone when he sensed wolves, making himself an easy target for no apparent reason. Researchers now believe that there's a kind of primal language going on. I am death, the wolf says. Are you ready to go? And the victim, by its actions, says, yes, I am ready, or no, you will not take me now.
What if their prey doesn't know the language of death?
This is a big problem, particularly for the wolves. When wolves come across domesticated animals who do not know how to play the game, they're confused. They start slaughtering, and they have no sense for when to stop. That is why farmers have hunted wolves to extinction in most parts of the world.
Well, that certainly gives me something to think about.
Yeah, that definitely does sound like BS. That is correct, although he did mention before that most of his colleagues aren't really buying into his findings there. Oh no, Zero, is that me losing my train of thought halfway through? Oh no. Phoenix wrong! Yes! That would be hilarious. Gabriel somehow trying to present his case in court. Gabriel almost seems like one of those goofy witnesses in the Phoenix Wright games, doesn't he? I could see it.
Can't think of what else to ask him.
Alright, can I ask him about the stuff we found on the farm?
I'd rather ask someone who's not involved. This guy's a little too close to the fire not to be reflecting heat.
Which I will assume means even Gabriel thinks this guy is incredibly suspicious. Alright, let's save our game here. And let's do Zoo Day 1. Cool. Stick poster by the dock. It's pretty cool. I wouldn't mind having that on my walls. The diplomas would be nice too. I'd take those as well if he's offering. Herr Doctor the Viceroy killed Greg with a chicken on his way to give the king his sword. Solved it already, Elena. That was surprisingly fast. Alright, I think we're done here.
Thank you for your time, Doctor.
Not at all.
As he stares after Gabriel like, well, that was a giant waste of my time. Well, we don't have anything else to talk to him about, so we'll move on from there. Alright. Not yet, but soon. Hopefully not too soon. So, I've already visited everywhere.
No point in going back in there at the moment. I can't even try to talk my way in.
Gabriel doesn't even want to go back to the police station. I don't blame him. So we're not going back there anytime soon, unfortunately. Let's go talk to the family lawyer again. See if maybe he's got anything else we can help him with. Yeah, the map looks complicated, Samus, but right now we've only got 4 actual locations on there that we can go to, so it's not nearly as complicated as you think it is. Although it is very colorful, I'll give you that. That is an envelope with wolf fur that we found on the farm. Yes, Zero. Possibly from the wolf that supposedly killed the little girl. We're trying to find out.
Ah, hi. Have a seat, please.
How are you?
Could have been the Nosferatu, that's true. Gotta keep that in mind. Although I'll actually jump ahead a little bit, Elena. The third Gabriel Knight game is about vampires. Straight up. Can you sniff the wolf fur? Only if it'll get us high as 0. I need assurances beforehand. Oh, here we go.
Do you know anyone with a background in animal biology?
Animal biology for your research?
Right.
Let me think. I have one client who's a professor at the university. Maybe he knows someone there. Let me check. Ja, Herr Dr. Speigal, bitte. Herr Dr. Speigal? Ja, wie geht's Ihnen? Ich bin's, Übergrau. Ich bräuchte den Namen eines Experten in Tierbiologie. Oh, das könnte funktionieren. Ja? Ja, sehr gut. Recht herzlichen Dank. Ihnen auch. Auf Wiederhören. So. Good. There is a lab at the University Biology Department. They may be able to help you there. But just tell them Herr Dr. Speigal sent you.
Sounds great. Thanks.
I like how Gabriel was looking around during that phone conversation like, I don't understand a word of this. Guy could be ordering lunch and I'd have no idea. I wonder what will uncover bread. Isn't that the same guy that went on to play Tex Murphy? I don't believe so, because the guy that played Tex Murphy was actually the writer of the Tex Murphy series, if I remember correctly. So I don't know if he did any acting before the Tex Murphy games, though I could be wrong. I don't think anyone in this Gabriel Knight game actually has a lot of credits anywhere else to speak of, but I could be wrong there as well. Harry Community College Spiegel. That we might have to settle for that, unfortunately.
Well, I guess I'd better get going.
Well, enjoy your stay.
I love that little forehead touch, like, oh my god, he's gone. Oh, thank goodness. Guy was wearing on my last nerve. Alright, so, we have a new location now. And that is the University Biology Lab, so let's head over there. And see what we can find out.
Kann ich Ihnen helfen?
Hi, is there someone here that speaks English?
I speak English. Were you looking for the biology lab?
Yes, my name's Gabriel Knight. I was recommended to you by Herr Dr. Spiegel.
Ah, yes, my name is Michael. I'll do the work for you whenever you're ready.
I should mention too, I hope the volume's been alright for everyone during the game. It's, the sound mix is kind of very bizarre in this game. Some of Gabriel's lines are actually a little muffled for some reason, while some of them is, clear as a bell. I don't really know why. So you see, it's perfect. Cocktail's a little quiet, but you can hear it alright. Yeah, it's all over the place. There's some bits that are super loud and some bits that are real bizarrely quiet. It's a little tough to balance out. Oh, I turned up a little bit, though. Thank you for letting me know. Alright, so let's go ahead and show them what we found.
Could you analyze this hair?
Let's see. What kind of hair is it?
Well, I was kind of hoping you'd tell me.
Of course, but it would help to have a general idea. It's definitely not human.
Isn't it?
It's canine, I think. Red, brown. The tips are lighter, which indicates a thick undercoat.
Can you identify the species?
Let me see. Yeah. Yeah. Ah, it's not canine. The tips are too broad. Looks more like wolf.
Wolf hair. Are you sure?
No, I'm not sure. These don't match any of the species in the book either.
So what is it?
It could be, how do you say, mix-up?
A mix-up? You mean a hybrid?
Hybrid. Oh, is that when the wolf and the dog, yeah?
Right.
Yeah, could be a hybrid, maybe. Wolf, dog, two wolf species, a wolf and something else. Otherwise, I'm not sure. It's more wolf than dog, but it doesn't match any species in the book, you see?
I see. Thanks.
Yeah, I love his description of how hybrids happen. Yeah, that's the quick version. You're right, Samus, that is the extremely quick version of the birds and the bees. Very professional. That's how he actually learned it in the university. That's how you can tell this is a well-versed researcher. You know, I'm just a lay person. I wouldn't be able to give that kind of a detailed explanation with all the correct language. This is scientific explanation, of course. It goes way above my head, but, you know, this guy's the professor. What am I going to do? And welcome in, Syllogism. How are you doing this evening? Right up there with the stork delivering the baby. It sounds so magical right there. Yeah, you can tell it hasn't used Pantene. Look at those split ends. It's shameful. Embarrassing. Really needs to use some correct product there, Cocktails. Hey, Brad, you can't focus on the audio with the way that menu button is staring at you. Why do I have to look at that menu button all game? It's upsetting me. Zero, enjoy your dinner. Thank you for stopping by. Hair Dr. Spiegel has a doctorate in creating hybrids. Oh my. You good, Syllogism? Good to hear. Hey there, Lulu. Welcome in. How are you doing this evening? Alright, so that's one piece of evidence, the fur. Let's show him the cast of the paw we found on the farm as well.
Could you look at a paw print for me?
Sure, okay. God, this is heavy. What is this, cement?
It's all out of plaster Paris.
Sorry.
Then. Yeah. Wolf?
Really? Can you tell what species?
It is impossible to tell from a print, except...
Except?
Yeah, I thought so. It is very big for a wolf. Very big. Looks like maybe 68, 70 kilograms.
That's big for a wolf.
This is huge. Most wolves don't weigh so much as they look. The hair is thicker, which makes them look bigger. But that's why I checked the book. Most species don't get so big.
How big does Canis lupus lupus get?
On average, 38 to 40 kilograms. North American wolf, 35 kilograms. Only the Alaskan timber wolf maybe gets so big, but even for that species, 70 kilograms would be huge.
Could a hybrid get that big?
Sure. A hybrid might be bigger than a wolf. The other species were big, a very big dog, perhaps. See, the paw print looks like a wolf, but that doesn't mean the whole animal looks like a wolf.
Very interesting. Thanks.
Alright, so what have we learned here? We've learned that the fur doesn't match any known species of wolf, but it looks like a wolf fur, but with some characteristics of dog as well. And also that the paw print is clearly from a wolf, but again, it's about twice the size of a wolf that he'd expect to find, so he has no idea how it could get that big. So yeah, unnaturally gigantic wolf, that's a good thing to know. Lulu, you're stressed? Sorry to hear that, my friend. Hopefully it will work out. And Cocktails, you got to turn in for the night? Alright, well thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you for the raid as well. Always a pleasure, and I will see you around. And again, if you're not following Cocktails with Consoles, get on that. Fix the problem. Do you doubt he's talking about pizza? He could. I'm talking about pizza most of the time, even if it doesn't seem like it. It's constantly on my mind. Yeah, that seems kind of gigantic for a wolf. I'm glad he asked, because, I'm not into biology, I wouldn't know, but considering that's like double the average size for a wolf, that's interesting. I have to keep that in mind. Alright, so what do we need to do next is our next question. Well, see, I actually know what we need to do here. And that's because I played this part when I was testing the game out. And I got crazy stuck here.
All right, thanks. Goodbye.
I like how there even he raised his eyebrows a little bit, like, what the heck was that all about? See, I got really stuck when I got to this part, because I'm like, I went to all the locations, and I asked everybody about everything, so I wasn't sure what to do next. So, let me walk you through the process of what the game wants you to do next. Because this is a little weird. You gotta make quite a big leap of faith here. So follow me on this journey here. So what we need to do, or what Gabriel wants to do anyway, is Gabriel wants to get into the wolf enclosure to inspect the 2 wolves they have in there. But we can't get into the wolf enclosure because Tomas won't take us. Why won't Tomas take us? Because Herr Dr. Klingman refuses to allow us access to the wolf enclosure. So how do we get around that? We're getting there. So Tomas said that he tends to get all of his instructions through the walkie-talkie. So maybe we can use that to our advantage. Now, we need a walkie-talkie, that's a problem as well, but one thing we do have is, brace yourself, Gabriel has recordings of all of his conversations, including the conversation from Herr Dr. Klingman. And since he has a dual cassette deck, as he was bragging about earlier in the game, we can splice Herr Dr. Klingman's cassette tape. This is why I got stuck here, because I had no idea that was an option in this game. You can splice cassette tapes. So what we need to do is we need to splice Herr Dr. Klingman's voice to something we could use to convince Tomas to let us into the enclosure if we got a hold of a walkie-talkie as well. How do we get a hold of a walkie-talkie? I don't know. I didn't get that far. But for right now, let's save, and let's see if we can figure out how to splice. Right, Bread, it is something else. So, let's go ahead and save over the farm one right there. Yeah, this is one of the problems with old adventure games right there, Samus, and one of the reasons that I say I play games so you don't have to, because some of these old adventure games were brutal with their puzzles. Kind of just esoteric to entirely weird degrees. Alright, so click on the Klingman tape and click load A, and then click on a blank and load B, and then splice. So let's see. Realize you Americans hate titles, but people refer to me as Herr Dr. Klingman. Herr Dr. Klingman here, maybe? Like that. Let's see, it wouldn't be too bad if the game wasn't very particular about the correct phrase. Yeah, if there was a little bit of leeway, that would be nice syllogism, but apparently, this is as far as I got when I played my tech test. So as of right now, I'm completely blind for the game. But I did know I tried a couple phrasings that I wasn't getting anywhere. And Jenna, welcome in. If I didn't see you before there, Jenna, how are you doing today? I like that about old puzzle games, makes you use your brain. True, but sometimes they expect leaps of logic that I really struggle with. Alright, so Hair Dr. Klingman here. Here, can we... Actually, let's try this. Let's start with Tomas. Tomas, Hair Dr. Klingman here. Let's see. Show our wolves to... Actually, wait, it was back here, wasn't it? To Mr. Knight. That might be it. Sounds pretty reasonable. Tomas, Hair Dr. Klingman here. Show our wolves to Mr. Knight. Try that out.
Thomas, Herr Dr. Klingman here. Show our wolves to Mr. Knight.
Alright. That sounds good. I like it. Let's see, can we listen to the... Oh, did it not actually put it somewhere? I think it's labeled.
I have to load a tape first.
Oh, here we go.
There's no point in listening to a blank tape.
No, I guess it didn't actually save it. Dang it. Alright.
I've done enough splicing off Klingman's tape.
Okay, so I guess it's already spliced. I don't know where it is in there, but yeah, I guess we're good. Been lurking? Hope you've been enjoying your lurk then, Jenna. Let's see, you might go back there a bit. Still working on the Fade and Dragon Age. Oh, right, yeah, you were working on Dragon Age Origins. Sorry, I forgot about that. Hope you're going through it okay. Fingers crossed. I know some people get frustrated with it, but still glad to have you lurking in here. Gabriel Knight, committing fraudulent crimes and trespass in wild animal enclosures, and he's the hero of the story? He's not the hero we want, but he might be the hero we deserve. Hero I deserve, certainly, I'll tell you that much. Oh, it's a separate tape in my inventory. Let me take a look. Oh, yeah, there you go. Good call there, Syllogism. So I take it you've played this one before?
Gotta love it.
Do we? Is that his entire description? That's nice. All right. So now we need to go see if we can get a hold of a walkie-talkie in Hair Dr. Klingman's office. So let's head back there and see what we can do. Oh, nice. How do you like it, Syllogism? Was it a game you enjoyed? A game you'd recommend to others? And I'm curious, if you don't mind my asking, if you played any of the other Gabriel Knight games as well. Alright, so this is the one place we have to use a car to get around. Once we actually get into the city, we use the subway. Gabriel looks like sounds like he's sleepy or drunk. Possibly a little column A, a little column B, Jenna. It's hard to tell sometimes. Oh, actually, hey, Brad, there is, and I know that from when I was doing the tech test in here before, is if you try and splice the line and it's wrong, then Gabriel will just say, no, I'm not going to splice that. That doesn't sound right. So as long as Gabriel actually goes through with the splice, then it was the correct phrase, so that's nice at least. A lot of fun. You played all three. Awesome, Syllogism. I played the first one for the first time about 6 months ago. We played the remastered version, and this is my first time playing the second version as well. But I've really fallen in love with mystery adventure games, so I'm looking forward to playing these two. Yeah, a lot of people have been saying he looks really familiar, but I don't think he really did much else. Alright, so we are going to the zoo. And let's check Dr. Klingman's office. As we know, there was another walkie-talkie sitting on his desk. And I don't see anyone in here right now. Yes, supposedly he played a couple of unnamed characters in a couple episodes of Frasier, which is pretty wild. So you might have spotted him there, but I think that's about his only other credit somewhere.
A walkie-talkie. Didn't Thomas have one like that?
I think he did. Anything else on his desk? Just rifling around through his stuff. Doesn't appear to have spotted anything, though. That's unfortunate. I'm gonna save just in case, because this seems very dangerous. Let's call this Office Day 1. There we go. Perfect time to swoop on that poster. Yes, come to me, beautiful. He might just have one of those faces, true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I already heard that.
Klingman's back there.
Oh, he's actually back in the back office, so that's why Gabriel's trying to be quiet.
A walkie-talkie.
Anything else to see here? Oh no, it's just a scene of him rifling around and stuff. Alright, well, let's see if we can use the tape with the walkie-talkie.
Thomas? Thomas?
Ja, Thomas hier.
Herr Dr. Klingmann hier. Show our wolves to Mr. Knight?
Ja, okay, Herr Doktor.
Alright, so that worked. And yeah, but now the 679 is a perfect score. That assumes you find every optional interaction point as well. So we're probably not going to end the game with 679, but yeah, supposedly the game is around 15, 16 hours on average. God looks so confused. Yeah, he mentioned earlier, he's like, the doctor never lets anybody in there. I can see the confusion, definitely. I'm glad you're enjoying it, Samus. And yeah, Gabriel's like, yeah, I did the thing. Alright, so we did the thing. Let's go head out and find Tomas. Hey, Tomas. Guess what you're gonna do? You're gonna let me in to see the wolves. And then I'm gonna get eaten because I'm real dumb.
Hello, Mr. Knight. I have orders to show you one of the wolves.
Really? That would be swell.
Please stay calm and go slow. They don't like strangers.
I'm gonna die.
This is a special treat I use to make them come to me. They love it. Marguerite, komm hier. Komm mal hier, Mädchen. Marguerite, schau mal, was ich hier habe. Komm mal her.
Oh?
Hey, girl. Good girl.
Ach, how strange, she likes you.
I have a way with women.
That is kind of a super adorable wolf right there. Rip Shane eaten by wolves. I always knew that was how I was going to go, Samus. Had a feeling in my heart. Looking like an actual literal snack. What do we have here?
All the wolves here wear them.
Alright.
Don't do that. Stop that at once.
Sorry.
think we just gave Tomas a heart attack. Whoa! Let's leave.
You should not have done that, Mr. Knight.
She seems so tame, just like a dog.
Wolf is not dog, Mr. Knight.
Sorry, really.
Yeah. Well, at least nothing happened. Are you done here now?
Yeah, thanks. I'll put in a good word for you with Klingman.
Oh, wunderbar.
Well, we got some wolf hair there, I believe.
Hair for Marguerite. It's gray.
So yeah, a completely different color from the other one. Local headline: American fraud breaks into wolf enclosure to harass wolf. Good summary right there. Jenna, you once saw a picture on Facebook that said, "I will most likely die from petting something I am not supposed to." I feel like that describes me well. I know the feeling. Alright, so let's take that here back to the university then. See if maybe they can give us some more information now that we've got a nice point of comparison.
Hello, Mr. Knight.
Hey. Could you look at this hair sample now?
Yeah. Ah, this is not the same as the other hair.
It isn't.
Very different. Maybe wolf though. Let me see. Yeah. Yeah. Aha. Yes. Canis lupus lupus. European wolf.
And the other was definitely not Canis lupus lupus.
No, it was not at all the same. The other was much bigger, more thick.
I see. Thank you.
Alright, so we know definitively now that the fur we found outside the farm was definitely not from one of the escaped wolves, by a matter of comparison. So that's a good thing to know at least. I think that's all we have to show him here. So let's save here. And call this one University Day 1. There we go. Where do we need to go next?
I have to go.
Oh, wait a minute. I should give you a report to take with you. Yeah.
Oh.
It summarizes my impressions of the 2 hair samples and the paw print.
Handy.
Yeah?
Great. I appreciate it.
Good luck, Mr. Knight.
All right. So here's another thing I haven't shown you so far. That when you're on the map, you've got a big button that says Hint right here. What that does is it highlights any locations where there's still stuff to do. So let's use that now and see where there's still stuff to do. They're saying in town, at the zoo, and back at the Huber farm, there's still stuff, places with stuff to do. Alright, so see if maybe we can show the reports to Hair Dr. Klingman. Maybe that'd be a thing. Impressions of the hair sample. He just gave you the wolf hair. Are you a super writer? It'd be pretty cool if he was. Good thing to put on the old resume right there.
Klingman's back there.
Nope, Klingman's still lurking in his office. What else is there to do here then?
I'd really like to get a closer look at one of those wolves.
No, we already did that, Gabriel. Let's really not do that again. That seems super dangerous. Well, here, I need to take a quick bathroom break, so give me just a moment, chat. I will be right back. Alright, we are back, ladies and gentlemen. My apologies. You know, I usually try my hardest to avoid midstream breaks, but since I am a little under the weather, I hope you'll forgive me that much. And yeah, that's a lot of loud monkey noises for the fact that all we've ever seen is the wolf enclosure here, but I suppose you gotta have some sort of background noise. Alright, so what else could we do here? Oh, let's take a look at the report, see if we can actually inspect that. After careful study, testing concludes that the hair is Wolf Canis lupus lupus.
So much for the old zoo wolves theory. Unfortunately, the report doesn't exactly reek of another solution.
Alright, so that's, yeah, a summary of all the information that he gave us on each of the samples we gave him right there. By how many brown crayon drawings there are. True! Hey there, Two Ghost Gun, welcome in. How are you doing? If not growling, do you know what other noise a wolf makes? I do not know. Trey Dog, I have no idea. How are you doing today, Two Ghosts? Howling? There is howling. I think I heard a little bit of that in the background as well. I want to show Klingman this report. Can we do that? No, we cannot do that. Alright, is there anything else to see on his desk? No, that just makes him root around there. Where else can we look? Let's check the shelf.
I don't see anything in the bookcase but German textbooks.
Alright. Oh, let's look in his coat. Sure, let's rifle around in there, too. Oops.
Mr. Knight? I'm afraid I was just about to leave.
Oh, that's all right. Perhaps another day.
Perhaps. Good luck with your work, Mr. Knight. After you?
Well, good news, he doesn't seem to have caught us in the act, so that's a good thing at least. Brad, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. You have yourself a good rest, and I will see you around, my friend. Nose whistling, really? Is that a thing? Feeling a bit better? It's been a rough day, Tukos, but I'm getting by for the moment. Thank you for asking. I really appreciate that. Alright, so what did we grab in there then? Klingman's receipt. What is that?
There's some carbon on the back, but I can't make out what it says.
Oh, it's backwards, in which case I think I know what we need to do. Because if you remember right at the start of the game, when we were back at the farm, what was it Gabriel was looking in longingly? A mirror. Let's try looking at it in the mirror, see if we can make it out there. Because I'm sure we could just read it backwards, but apparently that's not a thing Gabriel can do. We gotta make do then. But as a cold, maybe. True. Alright, so there is the mirror.
Die Koeniglitz A. Rich Hafjadlodge, 54 Dienerstrasse.
Those are definitely words. See, can we look at it again now that we know that?
It looks like a receipt. Die Koeniglitz.
Alright, so we know what it says now, but we don't know what any of that means. However, dang, that guy's hungry. It's 54 sausages. That is definitely hungry. Unfortunately, even if we know that, Gabriel doesn't know that. However, the family lawyer did mention we could go talk to him if we need anything read to us, embarrassing as that it may be. So let's go talk to him and see if he can get Gabriel on the right track for what that note says. Just took a rough guess? I don't speak German either, so I have no idea. I mean, I suppose the guy does work with wolves. Maybe it wouldn't be entirely out of the ordinary that he's ordering a ton of meat. Either way, we're off to Marienplatz to find out. 99 red balloons, 99 Luftballons. If we're going with the German version, which I prefer. I think the German version flows a little bit better. Oh, you did have the chance to learn German, Lulu. You passed, or you didn't have the time, or... I've already seen that scene. Let's skip to the important part.
I'm not sure why I'd want to show him that. I'm not sure why I'd want to show.
Alright, so no, I can't show that to him, unfortunately. Show him the report?
I'm not sure why I'd want to show.
No. Alright, so that's not a thing. Wasn't bored enough to learn another language. I would love to learn another language. I'm just really bad at it, unfortunately. Alright, maybe we can ask him about it directly. Let's try that. Oh, here we go. We can ask him about a couple things. That's good. Elena, also a fan of that version, I assume. Good deal. Japanese and then Italian. Good luck, Lulu. Jenna, you took Spanish in high school, but remember none of it. Same here.
What is a jagshine? Does that make sense?
Yeah, Jagdschein. It is a permit for killing animals, you know, a sport.
You mean hunting? It's a hunting license?
Yes, hunting license.
What would a zoo official want with a hunting license?
That is very strange. Why would a zoo official want a hunting license? Oh, you took German syllogism. Very cool. Do you remember any of it? Have you used it very much?
Have you ever heard of the Königlich Bayerische Hofjagdloge?
Königlich Bayerische Hofjagdloge. No, sounds like a men's sport club.
What does the name translate to exactly?
Oh, the Royal Bavarian Hunting Lodge, more or less.
A hunting lodge, huh? Well, well.
That's a syllogism. Haven't used it at all and remember little. Fair enough. Fair enough. I think that's the way it is with languages. You really got to use them or lose them. Alright, so I think we got everything we could out of there.
Well, I guess I'd better get going.
Well, enjoy your stay.
Alright, so head back to the map. If there's anything else we can see on there that we need to do next. The hint button says there's still something we need to do here in town, and that's it. So maybe there's something else we need to ask him about or show him? I think this is pretty much the only thing to do in town at the moment. Let's see, is there anything potentially we could show him that might be interesting?
I'm not sure what.
No, probably not, but I'll take a look though. Barely started manuscript. Browse letter. No, I don't think so. So, let's check the other locations around town then, I suppose.
Guess I'd better get going.
Well, enjoy your stay.
Walks like he has all the time in the world for a detective. I think he's just lazy, is the thing.
I don't think she speaks much English. Besides, she only wants to talk about white sausages.
True. What was this receipt then?
The Königlich Bay.
So it seems like it might have been like a... If it's for a men's sporting club, maybe it's a receipt for membership, possibly? What else is there to do around town? I will mention I do have a walkthrough of this up on my screen, so if need be, we don't need to stay stuck for too long.
Cuckoo clocks. Maybe later.
Because like I said, I do know that some of these old adventure games can be a bit esoteric. And plus...
I've already got a watch, thank you.
But, you know, I'm not the best at adventure games on my best of days. And that's, not even considering the fact that I'm still under the weather pretty much. Some other stuff we can look at here.
Rat House. That's a town hall. Rittersburg has one too.
Alright, good to know. Oh, you remember this pretty well, syllogism. Alright. Well, if you see something that I'm horrendously missing, feel free to shout it out. Normally, I have no backseating on in the stream, but for the purposes of adventure games, I usually take the throttle off that a little bit.
Lots of neat...
I already saw this one. Actually go in the door there? I don't remember that. Hey Ralphine, welcome into the stream. How are you doing this evening? You love this game? So nice that you're playing an old one like this. I love old games, and especially I have absolutely fallen in love with the FMVs. So I'm trying to play all the ones that I can get my hand on. So I'm playing this one, and then sometime later this year I hope to play some of the Tex Murphy games as well.
She almost...
And we already checked that out.
That must be...
Glockenspiel. I think that's everything to look at here then. So yeah, that's about it there. Good to know. So there's the bookstore. Go ahead and leave the street this way. maybe even greater, lovely sense of humor. The only Tex Murphy game I've played so far is the most recent one, Tesla Effect. But when I play Tex Murphy, I'd be going back to, I think I'm going to start on the third game, Under a Killing Moon, which I'm looking forward to.
They're busy.
I still can't talk to them, I imagine. And down here, at the post office. Do anything at the post office?
No point in mailing that.
I guess.
I'd give it a shot, but I don't speak the language.
Right. Talking is impossible. Gotcha. Best place to start. That's what I heard. Glad you concur on that one. So you've only known one FMV game, Jenna. A bunch of teenagers go to a house to spend time and they keep on being kidnapped. Oh, I know that one. That one is Night Trap, which is a nightmare of a game. But, yeah, that one's a bit notorious as well. Oh, here we go. Oh, this is the...
54 Dienastrasse.
Alright, this is the place. So... Save real quick. Sound, day 1. And I'll see what we can find out from here. Hey, Viltrikin, welcome in. How are you doing this evening, my friend? Could not remember for your life of me. Glad to be of service, Jenna.
Entschuldige Sie bitte, aber das ist ein privater Club.
Guten Tag. We get.
Oh, God, you have mistakenly entered a private establishment.
This is the Konaglitch Bay Richthofen Lodge, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Do you have business here?
I love that guy's tone, like, oh God, you American idiot, what are you doing in here? Oh, good to hear, Viltrikin.
Do you know Herr Dr. Klingman?
I do not discuss whom I do or do not know. This is a confidential establishment.
Thanks.
You wouldn't be in the market for a taxidermist, would you?
No.
Wow, we're doing really good in this line of questioning.
My name's Gabriel Knight. I'm an avid hunter. I was given your name by a friend.
Really? Tell me more.
Well, me and the boys back home, we're always out shooting them pesky animals. I thought I'd look you up while I was in town, you know, get a few pointers.
Well, that warms my heart, but I'm afraid you were misled. This is a very exclusive club. We only accept members of very prominent German families.
Oh, geez. Alright, yeah, sure, let's continue down this rabbit hole.
You mentioned the terms of your membership. I am a member of a prominent German family.
Oh, and what family might that be?
My grandfather was one of the Ritters of Rittersberg.
Ritter, I've heard of the name. Can you prove you're a direct descendant?
You're not gonna just take my word for it?
No. Do you have proof?
Don't think I have any on me. I can try showing him the amulet? The talisman?
This guy wouldn't know anything about the talisman.
No, I suppose he wouldn't. What else do we have? I'm not going to show him the dagger. That'd be kind of insane. Got the letter from the Ubergrau, actually. That might do it.
That wouldn't impress this guy.
No, that would not do it.
That's all the time I'll waste on you, Mr. Knight. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Oh, okay. We're going. Well, that didn't work. Hey, Seamus! Sees 30 seconds of conversation now. He knows he must view this VOD. Welcome in, Seamus. Leave you a lurk, you awesome, awesome dude. Thank you, Seamus. Thank you for stopping by as well. Elena out for blood tonight. I love it. And... see, can we go back in there? Maybe? Hey, buddy.
Hi.
You again? What is it now?
I tell you, I am a Ritter of Rittersburg.
And I tell you, I need proof.
Show him the dagger.
That wouldn't impress this guy.
Nope. No, that would not impress this guy, apparently. Alright, so no dice there. But I feel like your beard has gotten larger. It's a little humid here, so it's getting kind of fluffy. I need to trim it down, too. Alright, so... let's check the map again, see if there's anything left to be done. It still says there's something left to do in town. What do we do? What do we do now? I guess we could talk to the family lawyer. I mean, he's the one that... he mentioned at the beginning of the game, the first time we talked to him, that he had difficulty confirming our ancestry, but he did do it. Other monitor helping you out. See, I liked it so much when I didn't have a camera and nobody could tell when I was peeking at a walkthrough on the other side. But yeah, I was taking a quick peek at the walkthrough just to see what to do next. Luckily, I use a very cool website for that called the Universal Hint System, if you've never seen it. It's a way to look up hints for old adventure games without any spoilers. And it also sort of circles around the hint, so without giving it straight to you first. So it's a very good way if you just need a little nudge in the right direction, but you don't want to just read what the next, 10 things to do in the game are. Oh yeah, you've heard of it too, Syllogism. I love it. Very handy. Because that is what I like to do. I enjoy solving these puzzles. I just get a little stuck sometimes, need a nudge in the right direction. And for the purposes of stream too, I don't just want to go and talk to every character every single time over and over again, so sometimes it speeds things up a little bit. Finally shaped out a jawline strap thing. Good deal, Viltrigan. Congratulations. There we go.
Would you say the Ritter family tree is respectable?
Absolutely. The Ritters can trace Germanic roots back 1,000 years.
Ooh. Do y'all have any paperwork on file that would prove that?
Yes, we had to supply a family tree for the title transfer. Would you like a copy?
Please.
Frau Hogel, können Sie mir bitte eine Kopie von dem Familienstammbaum der Ritters für Herrn Knight machen? Schönen Dank.
Thanks.
Bitte schön, Herr Knight.
Don't stare, Gabriel. It's awkward. He was definitely not being subtle about staring there.
I don't have anything else.
Alright. So, take a look at that.
The old family tree does go back a ways.
Alright, cool. So,
well,
let us go ahead back over to the club, now that we've got some actual evidence. See if that's enough to satisfy that jerk at the door. And then we can hopefully get in and see if we can poke around a little bit, find out a little bit more about what the doctor may have been doing over there. It's a long street, though. Oh, no worries, Samus. I get you. I get you. I try and be subtle about it, but yeah, I did mention I'm using a walkthrough. I'm not ashamed, at least. That's a good thing. Alright, so we do that conversation, but now we've got proof.
Here you go.
That smug look again. Oh, but look at him. Look at that bastard.
See? Well, I must congratulate you. I had no idea. Your family owns Schloss Ritte in Rittersberg?
Why, yes. Yes, we do.
Well, I'm sorry if I have been rude. For an American of your type...
Your type!
Well, I bow to your lineage, Herr Knight.
Think nothing of it, old man. When do we get started?
It's Xavier, sir, and I'm afraid we don't. Having the proper papers is only the beginning. You must still be invited to join by a current member.
Wait a minute. You told me you wanted a family tree, and I got you one. I don't appreciate being strung along like some poor relation.
Might I interrupt? I couldn't help but overhear. Sarah, are you bullying our guest?
Entschuldige Sie bitte die Unterbrechung, aber er besteht darauf, mit Ihnen zu sprechen. Er gehört zur Ritters Family von Rittersberg.
You are a member of the Ritter family? Of Rittersberg, Bavaria?
Yes. What used to be Bavaria, anyway.
Well, it will always be Bavaria to us. Might I see those papers? I see. Well, you must tell me all about how you ended up in America, Herr Ritter, and about your hunting there. You are a hunter, are you not?
It's Knight now. Gabriel Knight. And yeah, I hunt. Absolutely.
Very good. Gabriel Knight. Gabriel, like the angel. Join us. My name is von Glover. Baron Friedrich von Glover.
But Baron...
Herr Knight is right. We mustn't be so stuffy. I'm formally inviting him. Come. Meet my friends. Chin up, Saver. That's a good man.
A baron? That's impressive. And that guy can shove it.
Ich möchte das nicht hier mit Ihnen besprechen.
Ich bitte um Entschuldigung. Ich habe wirklich keine Ahnung, warum.
Hey, it's the doctor.
Gentlemen, I'd like you to meet Herr Knight. Herr Knight is a hunting enthusiast from America. He will be joining us for a while as my guest. It will give us a chance to stimulate our language skills and perhaps our brains as well, no? Let me introduce you. Herr Knight, this is Baron von Zell. Herr Dr. Klingman.
We've met.
I'll be darned. Small world, hey, Doc?
The distinguished gentleman at the bar is Herr von Eigner.
A pleasure, Herr Knight.
Next to him, Herr Hanneman.
Guten Abend.
English Herr Hanneman. We want to be hospitable. Herr Hanneman is a politician, and they always try to get away with things. You must be firm.
Don't forget about me.
And this is our Herr Price.
I'm by far the best of the group. Very interesting. Herr Knight.
What is? Okay, that was creepy.
Well, it's nice to meet all of you. Hopefully we'll be hunting together soon.
That sounds so physical. Right now, there are more relaxing activities, like drinking beer, right, Herman?
Good idea. Shall we? Pour Herr Knight some beer, Hanneman. Or perhaps you would care for wine instead.
Beer is fine.
And he drinks beer too. It's wunderbar.
Tut mir leid, Sie zu unterbrechen, Herr Baron. Aber ich muss leider gehen.
You may go if you wish, Gar.
Somebody's angry about something.
I should leave too, Baron. I have work.
Good night to you all.
My God, I never thought I'd see the day when two good Germans walk out on 2 full mugs of Weizenbier.
Well, you have your vices, and I have mine. I'm afraid to say so, gentlemen, but I have an appointment in a few minutes. Baron, my lord and master, good night to you. Good night. I am intrigued.
Man, he's creepy. What is his deal?
I must apologize, Her Knight. Apparently, this is not the best evening for a new arrival.
You've been very kind. I'm kind of tuckered out myself, actually. Perhaps I could come by tomorrow.
Oh, please do. We normally meet here in the evening. But you may come here anytime you wish. I'll inform Xaver. Take my card. It has my home address. If you care to chat, come by.
Thank you. Good night. Gentlemen?
Gute Nacht tonight. Schlaf gut. Also.
Yeah. Down.
Yep. And wir. Gentlemen. Wie geht es?
Alright. Chapter 2. We beat Chapter 1. That's awesome. Let me catch up on chat real quick. Sorry about that. Never ashamed, but constantly ashamed. You are absolutely right, Rin. Ashamed all day, every day. Oh, you're a fan of that NPC there, Ralphine? I'll have to meet him. We're meeting someone that can outsmug the smuggest. Gabriel Knight has clearly been working on his smug very well. Seriously, he was reveling in that. Maybe they can take Hair Knight to a tailor. Those shoulders! Like a child in a suit right there. Only has the accent when saying names. I was really curious, Jenna, whether these actors were actually German native speakers or not. I can't really tell. Yeah, that Baron seems awfully suspicious. Why was he so eager to let Gabriel into the club? He is a very pretty man, though. That is true. Yeah, I wasn't sure if that was bedroom eyes or whether that was "I'm going to murder you later" look from that guy. Oh, that guy's legit noble. That's really cool, syllogism. I like that. Yeah, there's some stuff going on behind the scenes there. I'm not sure what that is. They're very casual for being so formal. Well, they probably just tell people they're super formal to keep people out. And once they get in there, they're just sitting around drinking all day long. I think that's how most gentlemen's club work anyway. Let's see, the actor who plays Von Glauer is not German, the others are. Alright, thank you, Ralphine. We don't know what they hunt. No one made any reference to that either. And plus, as soon as Gabriel's like, hey, let's go hunting, they're like, hey, actually, let's just drink some too. That's a thing. Oh, hey, the bookstore.
I told you I will if this doesn't work out. There's still a couple of months before they close applications. No, I don't know that yet. Mom, will you please speak English? I'm not a sales clerk. I don't know what you should tell him. Just tell him that I'm going to be here a while longer. I'm not ready for that yet. I have to go, Mom. I have to go. I'll call you later. Love you. Bye. Sorry.
Oh, that's all right. I just love Blake Backlash, don't you?
He's something, all right.
Oh, he's so masculine and so handsome and, well, sexy. It just about took my breath away when he seduced that female sidekick of his. What is her name?
Oh, no.
Fujitsu.
That's right, Fuji, he called her. You have read the book.
That'll be $24.50.
She just melted, didn't she? Fuji, I mean.
Oh, God.
They just don't make men like that anymore.
You would think so, wouldn't you?
Is it true that the author owns this bookstore?
That's what they tell me.
Of course, he must be awfully busy. Say, is there a good time when I might stop by, you know, if I wanted to get a look at him?
Oh no.
I wouldn't if I were you. He's awfully shy. It's his face. There was an accident.
Grace!
Oh.
A terrible accident.
Grace!
Oh. Thank you.
Grace, you jerk! Oh, hey, she got the letter. What does it say?
Gracie, something's come up. I'm on a new case. Too bad you're not here to help, but Gerda can handle any research I need. I know I have a lot to decide, but that and the new book are going to have to wait. I have a feeling this is important.
Gerda. I don't think so.
Grace is coming to Germany? Grace is coming to Germany, hell yes!
I need to see Gabriel, please.
I'm sorry, Herr Knight's not here.
Great.
You must be Grace. I think we spoke on the phone.
Uh-huh. When is Gabriel due back?
Don't be rude.
I don't know. He's gone for some time. Maybe you would like to stay at the castle and wait for him?
I don't have much choice, do I?
Goodness gracious, Gracie, what the heck?
Ups, ich habe nicht gewusst, dass einer hier ist. Ich bin hier für die Kamina fertig machen.
Yeah, it's okay. Fangen Sie ruhig an.
Grace speaks German? That could come in handy. Alright, so we catch up on chat real quick. Like an American Black Books. Black Books is hysterical, Ren. I do know that one, definitely. Hey, Abby Lynn, welcome in. How are you doing today? Got you guys with pretty hair talking about stuff. The best part, you mean, Abby? This is the second game in the Gabriel Knight series. We are playing a aspiring author who found out he's part of a lineage of monster hunters who is investigating werewolves in Germany. So yeah, Gabriel wrote his book, The Voodoo Murders, based on his experience in the first game, and he sort of made horrendous caricatures of all the real-life characters in the book. So Detective Mosley, who helped him out in the first game, he made Detective Mostly, a fat, lazy slob, and apparently Grace, who is his research assistant, he made into Fujitsu, his side effect that he sexed the hell out of. That's kind of rude and maybe a little bit racist there. Gabriel? Point that out. This is glorious. I'm loving this, Emperor. And welcome in, Emperor. How are you doing today? Ralphine, you love Gracie, but the acting is somewhat over the top. I don't think I could do an FMV game if the acting was just perfect. I need it to be a bit cheesy. I love the cheese. Determinedly coming to Germany. She was getting really bored. She was supposed to help Gabriel research his books, but then Gabriel mostly just had her run the bookstore, so she's been bored out of her mind. But she was definitely interested in the Voodoo Murders thing, so she's probably smelled some adventure and had to jump in on that. And now all that revenue from the bookstore goes away. In the first game, at least, he wasn't making a penny off the bookstore. No one was ever coming in there. And it sounds like now he's mostly just selling copies of his book, so he'll live. He'll live. She was pretty rude there. I don't even know where that came from. Done with the fade? Congratulations, Jenna. Yeah, he is actually a Ritter. It turns out he's never actually really hunted any monsters, except he sort of accidentally ended up stumbling into an evil voodoo cult in the first game and ended up stopping them. This is his first actual Ritter case that we're doing in the game. Yeah, he made caricatures of the already over-the-top characters, so very, very over-the-top. Alright, so what does Grace have in her inventory?
My notebook.
Alright, she's got a notebook as well, which we can't really look at. She's got the letter. Oh yeah, she already read that out loud, so we don't need to read that again. Alright, what else do we got in here?
My wallet. I converted some cash to marks at the airport.
Handy. Oh no, Samus! Viltrukin, congratulations on the win, though. And what's this last thing? Professor Barkley's card.
Bert Barkley knows more about history than I ever will, especially at this rate.
Oh, so one of our old professors, maybe? Makes sense. So who's this fellow?
Kann ich Ihnen helfen?
Oh, nein, danke.
Alright, maybe he's some sort of repair guy working on the chimney?
He doesn't need my help.
I guess. What else we got here?
Nice view of the Alps.
It was a nice view from what I remember.
Nice closet.
Presumably. Alright, that's all to see there, I guess. I suppose she just got here. She wouldn't have put anything in the closet just yet. I can check out the rest of the room.
Pretty comfortable, even if he slept in it.
I think that's what he said, Viltrukin. I don't know basically any German, though, so I'm kind of guessing as I go along. Wonder if Gabriel's gonna have an oh shit. Hey, if you were halfway across the world from somebody and basically the last thing you told them is, I don't need any help, keep tending the bookstore, I'd be pretty blown away, Jenna. I think so. Oh, he did? Thank you, Emperor. Emperor, you know some German too? That's awesome.
Ritter ancestors, I assume.
Presumably.
Like the lion on the Ritter talisman. Interesting.
That door, if I remember from the first game, is actually the door to the secret Ritter trophy room with all of the information about previous Ritter hunts. Oh, you know a little German as well, Viltrukin. Very cool. Pretty much anybody is going to know German better than me. And I welcome any information you guys have to give. Oh, good. Let's be rude some more to her. This is the executor, basically, of the Ritter estate, and also an assistant to the more recent hunters in the family.
King of beasts. That about sums it up.
For movies, that's about the same for me, Jenna.
Ritter ancestors, I assume.
See anything else to see around here?
Gerda? Yes?
Apologize?
Where is Gabriel?
I don't know exactly.
Surely he said something when he left. You must have been here when his new case came up.
I was here.
What was it about? Was it around here?
All I know is that he was going somewhere near Munich. I honestly do not know where he is staying.
Man, Grace coming on strong here. Vilchkin, you want to learn so many languages, but we don't have the patience? It's tough. At least for me, I always have a lot of trouble trying to learn new languages. Good skill to have, though.
You must know something about Gabriel's new case.
It is not my business to talk or not to talk about it. Gabriel took the case for someone else.
Really? Who?
Werner Huber. He runs the Gasthof in town.
Alright, so somebody else that she could talk to directly. Perhaps to get some information. That's good right there. Ooh, I would definitely like to check that out, Syllogism. Yeah, she has not wasted any time here, Jenna. My goodness. Oh my goodness, Trey Dog, that's the dream right there. For pretty much any learning, I think.
So, how do you like working with Gabriel?
It is fine.
Mm-hmm. Do you get along with him okay?
He is the Ritter heir.
I'm sorry, Grace, is there's a problem you're having there?
What are you working on?
Plans for the castle.
Oh, what are you having done?
Lights, phones, plumbing, all new. Should have been done many years ago, but there was no money. Also, things need to be fixed. The stones. The castle is very old. Everything needs work.
Is Gabriel planning to live here permanently then?
Why not? It is his castle now.
I thought he might, you know, sell it.
Sell it? He would not do that. The castle belongs to the Ritters.
She definitely is giving off that vibe there, Trey Dog.
Gabriel mentioned in his letter that, well, normally I do research for him. It's more or less my field, and if there's anything he needs to get done, I'd be happy to take care of it.
He did ask me to check some things for him, but I couldn't let someone else do the work.
I understand, really. But if Gabriel knew that I was already here, see, that I was around, he'd want me to do it.
I'm sorry. If I do hear from him, I'll ask him what he would prefer. Until then, I must do the work he asks me to do.
Ooh. Gerda getting a little sassy herself there. I like it. What even is this game? Story Strider, welcome in. This is The Beast Within, a Gabriel Knight mystery from 1995. It is an FMV game and the second game in the Gabriel Knight series. I am kind of in love with FMV games and mystery games in general. But welcome in, Story Strider. For anybody that doesn't know, Story Strider here is a wonderful streamer and another member of Team Arena right there. If you haven't checked her out, please, please, please do yourself a favor. Click on this link in chat right there. Give her a follow. She's wonderful. You will enjoy it very much. See, Jenna, this is turning into a story about the girls gaining Gabriel's attention, or at least trying to, at least. But yeah, this is actually takes place in Germany too, and the funny thing is the main character, Gabriel Knight, despite living in Germany for a year, knows like a dozen words of German, and it's kind of not helping his capability to do anything, much less solve a horrible murder. So it's pretty funny. I love FMV games because they're so cheesy and over the top. That's Elena. He's really not worth this. This part is like one of those Varric embellishments to me, Gabriel's idea or fantasy about women fighting over him. Well, you know, since Gabriel does write those novels based on it, maybe this game is like the adaptation of the novel he writes later on, rather than the actual story itself. That'd be meta, but I like that. He does no exit. He seems very proud of that, Rin. And he figures out when someone's saying goodbye. I think that's the only reason he ever left the police station earlier on. Gosh darn it, Gabriel. That's basically the catchphrase of the stream so far, Story. You've hit upon it.
Gabriel asked you to find other cases like this one? Well, that shouldn't be too tough. For you, I mean.
Dang it!
So, what was this new case about again?
I cannot discuss the case with you. I'm sorry, but that's just the way it is. Why don't you go look around the area? I'm sure you could find something to do.
Gee, thanks.
So this is going to end with one of these ladies murdering the other, isn't it? That seems to be the only way this is going.
Gerda, there's a locked door in Gabriel's bedroom. Do you know where it goes?
It goes to the Schattenjäger library.
That's where all the Schattenjäger records are kept?
Yes.
Why is the door locked?
Gabriel doesn't want the workmen in there.
Oh. Can I get the key?
No. The library is for Schattenjägers only.
Well, thanks.
All right.
I like how she's a jerk to her that entire time. Then she's like, hey, you're going to give me that key, right? No. No, she's not going to give me the key, Grace. Why on earth would you think that? The sass levels are off the charts here, Emperor. How many Oscars does this game have? -17, Wombles. Wombles, thank you for the gift sub to Story Strider. Wombles, you are the wind beneath my wings. I'm running out of ways to thank you, but I think that one gets to the point a little quicker than normal. And Story, enjoy my ridiculous little emote for the next 30 days. It is a crime not to gift a Story. That much is true, Wombles. I will back you up on that one. Always give Story all of the gift subs. It's very important. Wombles, thank you again, as always. Ooh. Ooh. Is that for open chat, Wombles, or do we have to take that to private conversations? Alright, so let's make our first save for Chapter 2. I've been putting it as day, but it works out just fine. Go ahead and put that in, and Castle Day 2. That'll work. Keeping the streak alive, excellent, excellent. That is, wow, I didn't even realize I've been following you for that long, Story Strider. That is bonkers. Well, of course, Wombles, wherever I go, the beard does go. I haven't been able to remove it for some time. It's kind of stuck on there. Very inconvenient, let me tell you. Alright, so we already looked around here. Can we leave through this door then? Can we actually go outside the castle? Is that a thing?
I thought Gabriel said this place was stripped. Guess Gerda's been busy shopping with the new Ritter fortune.
She's not even here. You don't need to be sassy now, Grace. Let go.
I thought...
Oh, she's got a cool detective jacket, too. I like it. High fashion right there. Well, Womble, some of them are on GOG right now. There was actually a problem with the licensing for some of the Myst games, so some of the series hasn't been available for a very, very long time, years and years, but they just had a Kickstarter. So sometime, I think before the end of the year, they're going to be re-releasing all of the Myst games with some compatibility fixes for Windows 10. So if you can wait a little bit, Wombles, there'll actually be a better version of all of the Myst games coming out very soon. That would be what I would recommend. But I do know some of the early ones, especially like the first Myst and some of its derivatives like Real Myst, are on the site GOG.com if you've ever been there. Good site for old games. Low battery gotta go. Well, thank you for stopping by, Emperor. You take care of yourself and have a good rest of your weekend.
Schloss Ritter. Birthplace of Gabriel's genetic code.
That's a strange way to put that.
That must be Gabriel's car. I wonder where the keys are.
Are you gonna go digging for his keys now? Let's see, you can go this way. See where that leads. Alright, so now we're in actual Wittersburg, the town outside of Schloss Ritter. Let's see what we can find around here. Oh, she's got a fast walk. I like that.
St. Georg Church.
Alright, cool. Go in here. Hey, dude.
Hello.
Guten Tag.
Good chat, good chat. First cup out of a pot is always so yummy. Delicious, Samus. Absolutely delicious right there. Will Skillington, how are you liking the game? I'm loving it. I have a big soft spot for mystery games and FMV games, and this is both, so I'm liking it a lot. Hope you folks are enjoying watching it as well. Alright, what else is there to see here? Oh, we can go to the back, it looks like, so let's do that. And what is there to do here? Oh! Head up to the crypts.
Wolfgang Ritter, 10 May 1923 to 25 June 1993.
Uncle Wolfgang! For those that didn't remember, he died in the first game, helping us reacquire the Ritter talisman that Gabriel's carrying around right now. Oh, I'm glad you like it, Samus. Excellent.
Martin Ritter, 1190 to 1253. These coffins are really old, and they're all Schottenjägers.
Pretty interesting.
These coffins are really...
That's a little gory. Or grisly, I think is more the word I was looking for.
Jürgen Ritter, 1403 to 1461. Jürgen...
Cool. Wasn't here for the first game. I do have it on YouTube if you're really curious, Jenna, but yeah, there isn't too much you need to know other than the fact that Gabriel's an author, Grace was his research assistant, and they stopped a voodoo cult and found out Gabriel is supposed to hunt monsters. It was a fun game, though. I enjoyed it a lot. Alright, I don't think there's anything else to see here now then, so let's go ahead and head out. Yeah, he definitely did carve out his own heart. It was messy, but good old Wolfgang helping us save the family. Dude's a hero. I thought we could go over here. It's not. Let's head over this way then. Yeah, if you check it out on YouTube, let me know if you enjoy it. I hope you will. What is this building now? I don't know. Go up there and knock? Check the door? Just gonna go knock.
Hallo, meine Dame. Kann ich Ihnen behilflich sein?
Hallo, wie geht es Ihnen?
Gut, danke. Und Ihnen?
Gut. Ich bin hier auf Urlaub und...
Let's try English, shall we?
Please.
Yes. I've been studying German at home and I thought I knew a lot, but it's so different now that I'm actually here.
Books alone are poor language teachers. You'll pick it up. Is there something I can help you with?
Alright, so this is the Wrath House, which we learned before is a town hall. So yeah, maybe we can get some information from here.
My name is Grace Nakamura. I'm staying at Schloss Ritter, and you are...
You may call me Herr Habermas. Welcome to Rittersberg, Miss Nakamura.
It's nice to meet you, Herr Habermas. What can you tell me about Rittersberg?
It is a very old town. The walls around it were built in 1438, but the city is a few centuries older than that.
Which we just basically found out from the tomb.
Have there always been Ritters in Rittersberg?
Yes, Martin Ritter built the castle in 1223, and the town grew up around it. I'm proud to say we still have Ritter blood here to this day.
What is this building?
This is the Rathaus.
The town hall? Oh, thank you. Thanks for your time.
Certainly. Good day.
That animated door closing, that looked a little silly. Well, it's good to know that Grace is capable of being a polite person sometimes. Good to know. What is this now? Looks like there was a padlock on the door.
It's locked.
Alright, well we don't have any need to get in there right now. She is, I agree. I think we're done here. What is this over here? Bar? Probably.
I don't want to disturb him.
I'll be polite. Alright, anything to look at around here? Something on the wall here.
Pretty damn cute. I wonder who he is.
He does kind of have like that 80s boy band look to him. Kind of intense. A note underneath it.
I have no idea what that says. Looks old, though.
Of course, Grace was German, sounded pretty good before, but now it's failing her. Oh, hey, this is the guy from the castle at the beginning of the game. I think.
Guten Tag. Sind Sie Werner Huber?
Yes. Oh, you are an American, huh?
Guess I haven't quite got the accent down, huh? I'm a friend of Gabriel Knight. I'm staying at the castle.
Good.
You really had a look with it. A sword-shaped mouse looking like an earring. That is definitely a look there, Trey Dog. I could go for that.
You're the proprietor of this Gasthof?
Yes.
It's very nice. Do you mainly serve food and drinks here?
Oh, we have guest rooms upstairs, too. Yeah.
Oh? Does Rittersburg get a lot of tourists?
Some, not so many know about this place. It is perhaps better that way. Germans on holiday come here. Foreigners find their way here one way or another.
You speak English very well.
Yes.
How did you learn it?
Wolfgang taught some of us. He thought we should know.
Really? Why?
It is a very good question, is it not?
Kind of vague. All right.
I never got to meet Gabriel's great uncle. What was he like?
Oh, he was a true Schattenjäger. Yeah. Like in the old days. He knew things.
What kinds of things?
Things. He had, how do you say it, the sight. He was a very good man to go to when you needed advice.
It's true, in the first game, Wolfgang definitely had that feel like a classic old pulp action hero. Everything you wanted Gabriel to be, and totally wasn't.
It must have been hard for the town when Wolfgang died.
Yeah, it was bad, yes. But not a surprise. Gerda knew. It was harder on her than the rest of us.
Really? Were she and Wolfgang close? You said Wolfgang was a true Schattenjäger. I suppose Gabriel... I mean, he's probably not what you expected.
Oh, we shall see with that one. Yeah, one cannot know the quality of the iron until it has been in the fire. Huh? We shall see.
In other words, let's see if Gabriel gets eaten alive by werewolves, and then we'll decide whether he's good at this whole Schattenjäger thing or not.
Tell me about Rittersburg.
It is a small town, private. We keep our business to ourselves.
You mean about the Schattenjägers?
Oh, the Schattenjägers, sure. The Schattenjägers are of this place, and this place is of them. We believe in the old ways here. It has not changed much over the centuries. We still remember what the rest of the world has forgotten.
And that is?
That life is a battle between the light and the dark. Do you know this?
All right, let's get to the heart of what we came here for.
I think I mentioned that I was a friend of Gabriel Knight.
Yes.
Well, I came to help him on a case. A Schattenjäger case.
That is good.
Well, we got our wires crossed and he'd already left by the time I got here. But Gerda mentioned that he was on a case for you.
No, not for me. For my cousin, Sepp.
Lots of cousins around here. Is Sepp in town?
No, he and his wife went north for a few weeks. He does not live in Rittersberg anyway.
Oh. Well, perhaps you can help me then.
How do you mean?
Grace is super intense about all of this. Jenny makes you think of Christopher Lee for some reason. He's got the same sort of hair, especially the beard too, although Christopher Lee's was always much more well-trimmed than this guy, I think.
Gerda's not sure where Gabriel is exactly, but you know where I can find him, don't you?
It is not my business to tell people where to find the Schattenjäger. It is maybe not so safe, you see.
Yes, I do see, and I appreciate your caution, really. But we worked together on his last case, and believe me, you'd be doing him a favor.
If he wants you to help him, he will have to contact you at the castle and tell you where he is himself.
Great.
Discretion, Grace. I can respect that.
Do you know how long Gabriel will be gone?
If he is a good Schattenjäger, he will not come back until he has done what must be done. If he is not, who can say? Maybe he will not come back at all.
What must be done?
This is absolutely killing her hair. Believe me, the man is a moron and needs me to do his thinking. That's basically what she should be getting. She's dancing around it, but yeah, Gabriel's an idiot, needs someone else to basically do everything. It's true.
Can you tell me what Gabriel's case is about?
What?
Not specifically, of course, but in general. On our last case, we had to deal with a voodoo cult. I was just thinking if I just knew what he was up against, maybe I could do some research.
Well,
he left so quickly, I guess. He didn't have time to investigate here at all. And the Schattenjäger archives might have something pertinent in them, if I knew what to look for, that is.
yes, that is true. There is much to be learned from the Schattenjäger past.
Exactly. Gabriel is new at this, you know? And Wolfgang's not around to give him advice.
Got a good point.
All right, young lady. I will tell you what it is you need to look for.
Yes?
Werewolf.
Werewolf?
Werewolf.
Dun 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 dun.
Gabriel's new case involves werewolves?
You don't believe in such things.
I don't know. It's a little outside.
If you truly want to be an aid to a Schattenjäger, you will have to believe in such things. Things that are outside. If you cannot,
like seriously, Gracie, last case you almost got murdered by an ancient voodoo priestess. Have a little bit of an open mind.
All right, a werewolf. What do you know about them? Werewolves, that is.
some things. This is not the first time that Rittersberg has seen the work of a werewolf, or even a werewolf itself.
Really?
Oh, not in my lifetime, you understand. But I was told of it when I was a boy. One was brought to town. It had killed many people. The Schattenjäger caught him. He was tried here.
When was this?
1700s, I think, somewhere around in there.
Thanks.
Bitte.
Sometime in the 1700s, a Schattenjäger captured a werewolf and put him on trial in Rittersberg? That's interesting. This picture behind the bar, though. Oh!
I wonder who he is.
That is a guy with a photoshopped beard, I believe. I don't know much about my history, but I definitely know a photoshopped beard when I have seen one. Alright, if there's anything else to see around town. And then we'll head back to the castle and maybe see if we can use that information to get more information? perhaps? Oh, the 1700s thing. Is that what that was? What is this now?
I wonder what kind of flowers these are.
Clearly the kind that will be relevant later on in the game based on the coloration.
I wonder what kind...
Big clickable area for just that. Alright, back to the castle then. So maybe Gerda can tell us a little bit more now that we actually know a little bit more as well.
Gerda?
Yes?
Oh, I hadn't thought about that trade. Wolfsbane would make sense then if it's going to be relevant.
Do you have the keys to the car outside?
That is Gabriel's car. He doesn't even let me drive it.
I had a feeling you'd say that. Well, thanks.
All right.
I like how she doesn't say you're welcome there. Thanks. Yeah, leave. Leave now. Alright, so we'll head back upstairs. Can we talk to this guy?
He doesn't need my help.
He doesn't need my help, it's true.
It's locked.
Still can't get in there, unfortunately. Let me make a save here. Save over the old one. I think we should be fine there. Alright, folks, it is still a little early, but unfortunately I'm still feeling a bit under the weather and I'm getting drowsy real fast, so I think I'm going to need to wrap this up for the evening, folks. So thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate it. I hope everyone had a wonderful time, and I hope I will see you all again soon. So if you want to hang on for just a minute, we are going to see who else is around, and we will throw a host over to them so we can continue the party somewhere else. Oh, Rin, thank you so much for that. I really appreciate that. And thank you for being here. Same to you, Samus and Jenna. Hope everyone had a good time. So if you haven't already hit follow, now would be a good time to do so to find out when I go live next, which will be Friday next week. We're going to be picking up Gabriel Knight right where we left off, and we're going to be playing Gabriel Knight until we finish it. So I hope to see you all there. John Big Booty, always a pleasure. Thank you so much for that. Hope you have a good rest of your weekend. Also, if you're interested, I've got my links to all of my social media below in case you want to follow me on Twitter, and also my YouTube is down there in case you are curious about some of the games I have played in the past. Like the original Gabriel Knight, I've got a complete playthrough there if you would like to check that out. And let's see. Actually, I think we are going to go raid someone we have never had a chance to raid before, because that is kind of wonderful, and I would be interested in doing that. Because here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen, you know who's online right now? Another member of my stream team, Space Otter Splash, who is an absolute delight. I guarantee no one will ever put a smile on your face like Space Otter Splash does. She is a joy. So please join me over there. Say hi to Space Otter Splash. Check out what she's doing. Throw her a follow if you like what she's putting down. But if you got other things to do, I'll just say as I always do. Have a good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you're at in the world. And I will see you folks around. Take care of yourselves, everyone.